The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, hey guys, Simon here. Welcome to tonight's webinar. And as you know, I think Dave's about to just click share screen right now. So hopefully you can all see the screen right now. So like I said, I have a very special guest for you guys today. He's actually a very good friend of mine. His name's Dave Miz. We've actually known each other for about 3 years right now. We hanged out down in Orlando, Florida, about just over 2 years ago at a big event, and since then we've been big buddies. And more importantly, what the story is that I knew Dave as being one of the top ClickBank premium vendors, right? And as most of you guys know, I'm all about making relationships. I don't get scared to go over to people, but I was a bit nervous going over to see Dave because David actually, had some of the biggest clients on his books that I actually knew of as well, right? So I was proper, sort of a bit feared. Went up to Dave, and he is the coolest and most knowledgeable guy that we know. So let me just think. He's shared the stage with other marketers such as Eben Pagan. Eben Pagan, and the people who are actually on his list of clients right now are like people like Frank Kern. He's worked with people like Mike Fulsane. He hangs out with Neil Strauss, the author of The Game, of course. But Dave is happily married, which I no doubt you'll talk about later on. And of course, he's one of the ClickBank's most premium vendors, all right? And he has one of the longest running niche offers. That's right. Not just here and there, making the offers here. He has one of the longest top selling niche offers in I think it's the most, or definitely top two competitive niches online. And if you ask him what his key to success is, he will tell you it's all because of emails, all right? And that's what we're going to share with you guys tonight. How many of you guys would like to hear how he made, how many of you guys would really want to know how he made over $1.5 million from one website using nothing but the power of email. That's right. He used just email marketing to make this happen. So what I want to do is, if you want to know about this, I want you to put yes in the chat box right now. I want to see people active. Dave really comes to light, and he shares his best information when you are active in the chat box. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is, before Dave comes on, I want to see those yeses in the chat box. I also want to see people, saying where they're from, putting their names. We're going to give people a few shout outs. So if you don't put your name yes in the chat box, I will be calling your name out, getting you in there, getting you active, because this is going to be a fun night, right? It's a fun evening. It's 1 minute past midnight here in the UK, and I'm absolutely psyched. So we've got Susan here, Cheryl here, Chantel, Livy, Suzanne. We've got Tim coming in. We got Walt coming in, Richard Ross, Robert Jones, Marcus. We got loads of people coming in. So what I want to do is, we got Cats coming in, got John from York, UK, so a lot of UK, Michigan. Cool. So they're all the people shouting out. Anthony's here as well. Great to see you here. Awesome. Right. So what I want to do, without further ado, I want to bring in one of my close friends, a legend in the industry, who I'm super pumped to bring you this amazing training. I know all of you guys here are, either starting business or have businesses, and I believe no one is even close to utilizing email the way Dave is going to show you tonight. If you have any questions, Dave's going to answer them at the end of the full Q&A, or if you have anything going on. But I'm going to hand over to Dave now, because I'll talk all night otherwise, and I can't wait to hear about your results and things that you're going to do just after watching this training. So over to you, Dave.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Can you guys hear me okay? Can everybody hear my my audio? Let me know over here in the chat box. All right, Anthony, Keith, Robert, yes. All right, guys. Can you guys see my screen also? There should be like a red strip on the bottom with a cool little graphic. It says, yeah, you guys can see it. Awesome. So, hey, everyone. My name is Dave Miz. I wanted to welcome you to today's training webinar. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited you made it. We still have a lot of people hopping on. I'm seeing the numbers just keep climbing. It looks like we're probably going to max out the lines today, which is super cool. It means you guys are interested and you're excited. So this is going to be a lot of fun today, guys. Okay. What I'm going to share with you guys here today is a specific strategy that you can use in your business today to start making more money. I mean, this strategy has taken our business to the next level. In fact, I would say that this is responsible for a solid 5 figures a month in revenues. And so I want to show you guys what the strategy is and how you can do it. If that's something that interests you, give me a yes in the chat box. All right, I'm seeing lots and lots of yeses. Awesome. Awesome. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Herbert? What's up, Robert? What's up, guys? What's up, Colin? Don. Okay, so guys, you can see my screen. Awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun today, guys. Now, for me to have a lot of fun, I need your participation. I need you guys to participate with me, okay? I need your interaction, and I thrive on it. So throughout this training, I'm going to be asking you guys lots of questions, and this is going to help me tailor the information that I share with you in the training to help you out the most, okay? And this is going to be a lot of fun. So the more you participate, the more you're going to get out of this, okay? So guys, I just want to make sure, are you guys pumped up for tonight? Because I'm like super pumped up to share this with you. All right, Donald. Yeah, man. That's why I'm here too. I mean, I'm really excited that you guys are here. I'm super pumped for tonight. We have a lot of people still logging in, so I'm just going to keep talking for a little bit, do a couple of quick introductions, give people like the last minute stragglers a chance to hop on, and then we're just going to dive right in. So I've got a lot to cover tonight, and I'm really, really excited about this, if you can't tell, and I might talk a little fast. So make sure you're paying attention and taking notes. I can assure you this is definitely going to be time well spent. And let's see if I can get this this thing working. Also, if you could, and I'm going to do the same, go ahead and make sure you close down Facebook, Skype, Slack, Messenger, or anything else that's a distraction. Just make sure you close all that stuff off so that you can get the most out of today's training session, okay? Because you're probably going to need this for about 80 to 90 minutes or so, because this is going to be a game changer for a lot of you. At least that's what I'm hearing from the feedback, from the comments, the emails, the Facebook messages that I've gotten when I've held this training before. And so I'm going to give you guys an education that took me 10 years to learn and to earn, and I'm going to give it to you for free here for the next 90 minutes. And I promised I'm going to give you 110%, and I will make this worth your time. So we're not going to be doing slow, dull, or boring stuff either. From the second we start, we're going to be running really, really fast and covering some really, really cool stuff. So that's the game plan, guys. So you're going to want to take down some notes too, and grab a pen and paper, or have a way to take down some notes, because you're definitely going to want to take them. So we're just going to dive right in. How many of you guys are excited and just want to get started with the training? Put a yes in the comment box. Lots of yeses, lots of yeses. Okay, guys, so here we go. The title of the presentation today is How to Create an Email Cash Machine that Turns Ice Cold Subscribers into Raving Fans and Repeat Buyers Fast. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that by walking you through the exact strategy that I've used for the past several years in my own business to turn 20% of my email subscribers into customers, producing a revenue of more than $1.5 million in a weird little niche, selling what I call El Cheapo digital info products. So just say yes in the chat box if that interests you. All right, tons and tons of yeses. Okay. Guys, you see, there's nothing more valuable and no bigger advantage you can have in your business than a list and a following of people who know, like, and trust you. You see, guys, at this point in the game with the internet and marketing, traffic is a commodity. It's so easy to get. You can go to Facebook, Google, or any native ad network and set up a campaign in minutes. And you're going to have traffic going to your website like right away. Where the magic happens, you guys, is how you turn a stranger into a raving fan, into someone who knows, likes, and trusts you, and into someone who buys all your stuff. The magic is how you build desire and trust, and of course, lots and lots of sales just from sending emails. If you can do that, you can literally print money on demand. And when you combine this skill with the right tool that gives you all the numbers you need, it's the ultimate game changer, and it makes everything so much easier, and it gives you the ability to grow your business very, very fast. And so if there was one thing, one subject that I could take the time to teach and pass on to you, it would be how to take your email list and audience and turn it into an automated revenue stream that continues to pay you year after year. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to show you guys really cool ways to shortcut your success, so you're not spending years trying to figure out how to make this all work. I want to give you guys the shortcuts so that you can be successful quick. Cool? Awesome. So that's the game plan. And in order to do that, I'm going to give you a real world example and show you behind the scenes of one of my businesses. Like I told you, it's in a weird little niche. It's been quietly earning $150,744 a year since 2005. Okay, that's over $1.5 million, mostly automated and primarily through email. Who here wants to see behind the scenes of that offer? Yes? A lot of yeses. Awesome. And look, guys, you know, throwing around a big number, $1.5 million, that's a lot of money, right? But reality, it doesn't really matter how much money I'm making with this. It really matters to you is, I'm not saying this to you to brag or to show off or anything like that. I'm telling you this stuff so that you guys can ethically knock this off, add this into your business, and hopefully you'll start seeing the same, or my hope is even better results than I've had with it. Cool? So guys, how many of you guys want me to share my proven strategies for higher open rates and crazy high click-through rates so your emails actually reach your subscribers' inboxes, giving you a huge advantage over everyone else as your revenues skyrocket? How many of you guys want me to share this 3-part, super laid-back email sequence that positions you as an authority, provides massive goodwill while selling like crazy? Guys, how many of you want me to share how you can take what you're currently doing and scale it up so you make even more money from the emails you send? I mean, why not make $5,000 a day instead of $500 when you send an email, right? So give me a yes in the chat box if you want me to share any of those things. Lots of yeses. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So guys, this is why this is important to you right now. As you've probably noticed, most email stuff that we've learned is dead wrong. It might have worked a few years ago when internet marketing was still like underground and not many people knew about it, but that kind of stuff doesn't work anymore. As a matter of fact, because people are getting so many emails each day, many people have become immune to the classic and more traditional email marketing approach. So it's very important that we fix that, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Now, open rates, as you may or may not know, are in the toilet. Now, I'm going to show you how to beat the crap out of your current open rates and get incredibly high open rates. So if you sell too hard, they'll be mad or unsubscribe or stop opening your emails. On the other hand, if you teach too much, you'll overwhelm them and you won't sell anything. And so there's a new way to do this where you teach, provide value, and do something that I call infotain, which is like information and entertainment, like infotainment, without overwhelming them and simultaneously generating sales while maintaining goodwill. It sounds hard, but it isn't. And I'm going to walk you through it today. But the bottom line is this, guys, the game has changed. And if we don't learn the new rules, we're going to be out of the game, and your competitors are going to be selling stuff to their lists and you won't be. And so that's why this is really, really important information to pay attention to today. Okay, so guys, some house rules before we get started. And you know, look, guys, I don't even think you realize what I'm going to give, the gift I'm going to give you in today's training. I mean, you don't understand what I'm going to empower you with. But first and foremost, I'm a big fan of doing things ethically, the right way, with honesty and integrity. And what I'm going to be showing you guys here today is very, very powerful. This is some very high-level psychology and applied to the real world. And this can be used in an unethical way. So before I move on and get into the content, into the meat of this, I need you guys to make me a promise. Can you guys promise me that you're not going to be using this with some get-rich-quick scheme or one of those do nothing and get paid miracle sales gimmicks? I'm trusting that you guys will be providing real value to the people on your list, that you're going to use this stuff to inspire, to motivate, and do good to the people on your list, and that you're not going to be using whatever I show you for anything sketchy. Can I get your guys' promises? Awesome, awesome. Yeah, Dave, ethical is good, okay? And it works out for everybody better in the long run. So I see your replies in the chat box. Awesome, awesome. I see you guys saying I promise. So now real quick, guys, I want to give you guys an earning disclaimer. This is our attorney. He plays one in The Simpsons too. So by watching this webinar, you guys are not going to make $1.52 million like I did from one of my email campaigns. That's not what I'm showing you. You know, when I got started online, my goal wasn't to make millions. When I got started at first, I just really wanted to not have to go back to my crappy job as a web designer at alienware.com ever again. That was a place I affectionately called the dungeon. So back then, I just needed to replace $3,000 a month that I was taking home in salary. And when I was younger, I always remember thinking like $100,000 a year was like a big number, okay? And, you know, like if you wanted to enjoy life, you'd have to make six figures. So six figures to me was 100,000. So if you wanted to make $100,000 a year and you divide that number by 365, do you guys know what that number is? If you take $100,000 divided by 365 days in the year, that means you've got to make $237 or $273.97 a day every day for a year, and you make $100,000. Okay, so I was like, that's not too big of a number. It's totally possible. I can do that. So I started making these little simple websites way, way, way back in the day. And the first few really sucked, and they didn't make much money. Okay, they didn't make much money at all. And it was really frustrating. I think I made like $1,200 from the first site in total. And I stuck with it and I kept going. Okay, now I currently have 5 offers in my portfolio. Each one of these offers is in a different niche outside of the internet marketing niche. They're all semi-automated, meaning I just work a couple of hours a week on them. Now, some of them make a lot of money. Others make just a few bucks a day, right? Each of these offers is making anywhere from $55 a day up to $2,300 a day. I mean, hey, sometimes you hit a grand slam and sometimes you hit a single, right? So my longest running offer has been running for 12 years and it's done 7 figures. And I'm going to show you guys behind the scenes the whole case study here in just a minute. So guys, why email? Well, email is one of the easiest ways to make money online. Traditional ways to make money online require a lot more work. You have to create ads. You have to manage how much you spend. You have to find offers, find places to get traffic, build sales pages, funnels, create videos, contents, find affiliates. I mean, it's overwhelming. I think you get the point, right? There's a ton of work involved, but email marketing is pretty simple. I mean, you just build, send, and profit. And there's less moving pieces here. You don't need to, all these employees or an office, and you can literally run it from anywhere in the world. And there's ultra high profit margins too. In fact, according to an article I read in VentureBeat, email marketing delivers the highest ROI for marketers. For the 10th year in a row, it's crushing everything else. For every $1 spent, email marketing generates $38 in ROI. And the thing is, once you acquire a lead, they can see multiple offers from you, giving you many opportunities to profit. Okay, and this gives you an unlimited income opportunity, right? Income potential. As your list continues to grow, your income can grow as well. And with everybody using their mobile devices these days, there's statistics showing that email is the most popular accessed device or thing on mobile devices. So I'm going to show you guys how you have the opportunity to turn your annual income into your monthly income within just a few months. Okay, now guys, let's get to the really important question here, which is today's material and training going to be relevant and useful to you? In other words, is this for you? Okay, so if you have an email list and you want to make more money from it in a way that will work for the long term, then yes, this is especially for you. If you're sick and tired of being stuck and overwhelmed trying to figure out this whole email thing on your own, then yes, this is definitely for you. And finally, if you just want to know what to do and how to do it so you see real results in the shortest amount of time possible without wasting time, then today's training is especially for you. Now, my promise to you is this. First off, a lot of you guys who are on already have a list. Okay, how many of you guys already have a list? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, we've got a couple people saying no, a couple of people saying yes. Okay, so it's kind of divided, right? Not a problem either way. Okay, so guys, if you already have a list, I'm going to show you how to take this list convert process to take your business to the next level. So if you're already at 5 figures and you want to get to 6 figures, I'm going to show you that process. If you want to go from 6 to 7 or 7 to 8 or even 8 to 9, you can do that following this list convert process. Now, some of you guys don't have a list yet. And if you don't have a list, that's fine. Okay? I'm going to show you guys how to use this list convert process to monetize your list correctly the first time. You see, you're going to know exactly what to do as soon as you build your list, so you're ready to making money right away and you're not wasting time. Because my goal is not for you guys to be successful in 6 months from now or a year from now or a decade from now. My goal is for you guys to be successful right away. And by using this strategy, you can literally double or triple your email revenues or your clients' email revenues the moment you put this process to work for you. Okay? Either way, by the end of this presentation, you're going to know more about email marketing than 99% of internet marketers on the planet. And when you stay until the end, I've got a really cool gift or bribe or whatever you want to call it. For everyone who stays till the end, when this is over, I'll export a list of the attendees and we'll email everyone a link to download this high-resolution funnel map that I designed for you. It shows you my $1 million sales funnel, including the 3 email campaigns that power the entire thing. This thing is so awesome, and I'm going to give it to you for free. Do you guys want that? Let me know in the chat box. Awesome. 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 Thanks, guys. So this is a gift I'm giving you for staying on the webinar until the end. I'm going to bribe you, okay? I'm going to bribe you. This funnel map has literally made me 7 figures. This is my exact 7-figure offer, just mapped out and sketched out. And you get this for just hanging out with me for the next 90 minutes. So I think that's definitely more than worth it. So I'm going to try to blow your mind with this content, but I'm also going to blow your mind with this gift, because if you stay till the end, you're going to understand exactly how this whole strategy works. And it's going to change your business and change your life forever. Now, before we begin, let's talk about the elephant in the room, okay? I love transparency. They say that trust is the new currency, and trust comes from being transparent. So I want you to let you guys know, yes, I am here to sell you. There will be an offer at the end of this training to work more closely with me on implementing what you learn here in today's training. I have a package called the Email Cash Machine. This is totally optional. It's only for those who want my help further. Whether you take me up on that offer or not is completely up to you, okay? Either way, you're going to get a ton of useful free information that you can use on your own. So this training will definitely be worth your time. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, we can focus on having fun and learning some cool email strategies to open your, open your rates, engagement, and get your revenues bumped up by insane amounts. Okay, so guys, here's something really cool. I've been doing a little test with you guys for this webinar, and I've been testing different sign-up pages to see which one converted better. Now, you might recognize these pages when you signed up for the webinar. So we have the fancy one on the left, and then we have the simple one on the right. So guys, in the chat box, tell me your best guess which page won, the fancy one or the simple one. Okay, Mo, simple. Amber, simple. Keith, simple. Diana, simple. Jerry, simple. Everybody says simple. We have a couple people saying fancy. Okay, everybody's saying the simple. Awesome, you guys are pretty slick. So let me show you guys the stats. So the fancy one got a 42% opt-in rate, which is pretty good actually. Okay, the simple one got a 61% opt-in rate, which if you are, for you math whizzes, which is definitely not me, if you whip out your calculator, that's a 45% improvement. Can you guys imagine that? Can you guys imagine getting 45% better results just by using a different page? I mean, imagine if you showed up to your work wearing a different outfit and you got 45% more money. I mean, it's crazy. It's mind-boggling to think of it like that, but it's totally doable. And the thing is, you got to know your numbers to make real money online, and they're easy to know once you use the right tools. So this is the tool that I use for this, okay? It's called VWO, Visual Website Optimizer, and it gives me all the information that I need to do these tests. It's super easy to do, okay? So let me give you an example of how this stuff all works, right? Let's say you spend $100 to see which one of those 2 pages got you more signups. So page A, the fancy page, gets you 42 signups. Now, if you divide 42 by 100, you'll get a cost per lead of $2.38. Okay. Now, the simple page, page B, gave us 61 signups, which was 19 more. Same math, 61 divided by 100, which means you'll get a cost per lead of $1.64, which means you're actually saving 74 cents per lead, or a third of the money is going back in your pocket. Are you guys getting this? Is this making sense? Yes? Let me know in the chat box. Yes, great. Okay, so why is this stuff all important to you? Why am I giving you this little math problem in the beginning of our training? Well, the thing is, you know what your cost per lead is, right? You know you're paying $1.64. That's coming out of your pocket, right? But you can find this inside of Facebook Ads Manager, okay? But the problem is this. That's only half the equation. You know how much you're spending to get a lead, right? But do you know how much your revenue per lead is? How much are you making per lead, right? And this is the problem that most marketers have, is that they only know one out of the two numbers that they need to grow their business. And the problem is, until now, it's been a royal pain in the butt to get that second number, to get that revenue per lead, right? So you can find out your revenue per lead inside of autoresponder analytics. So guys, here's a question for you. Let me know in the chat box. Do you know how much each email lead is worth to you? Any idea? And if you don't, it's okay, because most people don't. Most marketers don't, right? Because it's just been such a royal pain in the butt. It's like, you need like a PhD in astrophysics from NASA or something to figure it out, right? So we have most people are saying no in the chat box, guys. So let's have some fun with math here, right? Let's say that each lead, we're using 100 leads, right? So from that simple page that we saw, that you guys all said was the winner, we're getting our leads for $1.64, right? So if we multiply that by 100 leads, we pay $164 to get 100 leads, right? Now, let's say that we know our revenue per lead. We're making $2.50 per lead, times that by 100 leads, and that gives us $250. So you spent $164 and you earned $250, which is an $86 profit. Congratulations. You are now financially free and have unlocked the keys to the kingdom, because not only are your leads free at this point, but you've actually got an extra $86 in your pocket at the end of the day. And now the rules of the game have completely changed, because when you spend money, you're actually making money. Are you guys getting this? Is this making sense? Once you know that you're making more than you're spending to get those leads, you can just keep growing it as fast and as big as you want, right? You can print money at that point, because you already know that you're making money. As long as you get your leads for less than $2.50 each, you'll be making money. Super simple, right? It's simple once you know your numbers. And look, the reason why you're not making more money with your online business, and the reason why you're not growing your business faster, is because you don't know how much money you're making per lead, okay? Once you know this, you'll have both numbers, and you can scale your business or your clients' businesses to the moon, okay? So guys, Marcus Lemonis, star of CNBC's hit TV show, The Prophet. Do you guys watch that show? I absolutely love that show. I'm like addicted to it, okay? He says the best advice I can give to a business owner is that you must know your numbers. He also says if you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. And guys, like he says, you must know your numbers. This guy's a self-made billionaire, okay? So it probably pays to listen to what he's got to say. So guys, who am I and why should you listen to me? Guys, one of the biggest things I believe in is where you get your information from. In fact, let me give you an example. If I'm going to hire a personal trainer to help me work out and get in better shape, he'd better be in better shape than me, right? If I'm going to listen to someone teach me about wealth, then they'd better have a lot more wealth than I have. So real quick, my name is Dave Miz. I've been in the trenches doing this internet marketing thing since 2001. Who here has seen this movie, The Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio? Have you guys seen that? Awesome. A lot of yeses. Oh yeah, a lot of yeses, some no's, some no's. It's a great movie. So I actually did this work. I actually worked for guys like this in my early 20s, and let me tell you, I got the best sales education in the world. Okay, and then I wanted to learn advertising and design, so I attended the #1 advertising school in the world, which also happened to be here in Miami, called the Miami Ad School. Now I run a software startup called Autoresponder Analytics. I also run a 7-figure information marketing business with 5 offers in various niches outside of internet marketing. Each one's doing 6 figures a year. I'm a ClickBank premier vendor. And I'm also the designer behind many of the biggest 8- and 9-figure offers online, like Pandora's Box, Frank Kern's Mass Control, and others. I also got married this year. That's my lovely wife in the photo with me. But you want to know something? I'm just a computer geek who loves design and marketing online. And obviously, it goes without saying that having some kind of financial success has been great. But what's really mattered most is the lifestyle that this business has allowed me to live, which is a life of complete freedom. So there's some really big moments that I'm incredibly grateful for. You can see I took a couple of pictures here. Obviously, the big thing you see here is like mega one was being interviewed in Playboy magazine, being interviewed in Vanity Fair magazine, being written about in the Wall Street Journal, or being on ABC News. And so I see a couple people asking in the chat box, like, how the hell do you get that kind of exposure? Okay, and if I could attribute this to one thing, it would be because of the crazy results I was getting sending emails using online dating sites. And I'll tell you more about that story in just a second. But with that kind of success that I was having, you get into all these different media publications. You get to hang out with Grant Cardone in his office, which is like around the corner from me. This was a great highlight for me, speaking on stage with Eben Pagan during his W Your Dating programs. And then obviously All Work and No Play, that's in the upper right-hand corner, me masterminding with another group with the CEO of Beats by Dre, Monster Cables. So you probably heard those headphones. That was pretty awesome. And what's All Work and No Play, right? So I even got to attend fundraiser parties at the legendary Playboy Mansion. That's me and my buddy Craig. That was really cool. I also got to work with Frank Kern, designing his legendary Mass Control brand for him, which was really, really cool. You might remember this brand and logo. It's been copied so many times, and I'm actually the guy to. I also got to work with many other marketing legends too, like Armin Morin, Alex Mandosian, Mark Joyner, who's considered the godfather of internet marketing. I even got to work with legendary copywriter John Carlton, and I used to bug the heck out of these guys. I used to ask them question after question because I was so curious what they were doing to make so much money online. And even though I was just really good at designing in Photoshop back then, I knew that I wanted to be doing whatever these guys were doing. Okay, so back in 2005, I took what I learned and I got this really bright idea to launch an info product in the dating niche called Insider Internet Dating. As they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And look, I know what you're probably thinking right now. Come on, Dave. Like a dating product? Like, really? I mean, I know, right? So I was online all the time. I was in my late 20s. I was single. And I got really, really good with online dating. And one thing just led to another, and it just kind of happened. I got so good at it. I was interviewed in Vanity Fair magazine, Playboy, and Eben Pagan's W Your Dating programs. I was on TV on ABC Nightline, many other places. Everyone wanted to know how I was getting results like this. Okay, look at that. That's 7,541 messages. That's just from one dating account on one dating site. Pretty crazy, right? And I figured, maybe there's something here. So let me launch something in this niche. So I launched this site back in April of 2005. And to say I launched it was a stretch. I basically sent a few emails to a really small list that I built up. And frankly, I was scared out of my mind, and for good reason, because, well, I had a really tiny list. Okay. And I saw some of you guys mention in the chat box, you have no list or a really small list. Okay. So in fact, when I started, and when I launched, my list was only 1,788 emails the day I launched. And it's a number I'm always going to remember. So I had this really, really tiny list. I also had no affiliates either. I mean, I didn't even know anybody in the niche back then who had a list. So I had no affiliates and a small list. I had no upsells either. I mean, heck, back then we didn't even have the one-click upsell technology. It didn't even exist back then. So I'm actually scared to think about how much money I lost because we had no such thing as upsells. So add that to the list. I had no upsells either. Anyways, I had no back end either because, like a genius, I put everything I knew into the one product, and I had nothing for anyone else to buy. And look, guys, I know you know, like high ticket offers are normal these days in the market, but back then, no one was doing that kind of stuff. So I had nothing else to sell all these customers after they bought my one DVD, which now that I think about it was kind of stupid of me. And to make matters worse, I had a horrible sales letter that I wrote myself because at that point I had no money to pay a copywriter. I literally had $2,000 to my name when I launched. So I decided to do it for myself and pray for the best. So when you boil everything down, all I really did was send some simple emails to a really small list, which sent them to a crappy sales page that looked really good. So you can understand why I was worried. Okay, so the results, well, to my surprise, my worry turned to excited disbelief when the site went live because it went absolutely nuts the first day. And you want to know something, guys? I'll never forget that day. This is a picture of my parents. This is the reason why I work so hard and why I'm so determined to make something out of my life. That's my dad, Joe, and my mom, Marcia. Now, obviously, they're the reason that I'm here, but they're the reason why I started my online business in the first place. You see, my dad came to this country with nothing, and he worked for himself ever since I can remember. He worked as a commercial painter, as a car mechanic, and so it's not like I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. And my mom, she worked at a department store at the cosmetics counter. So my dad usually worked 6 days a week, and I didn't really get a chance to see him too often. So I want you to picture this. I was living upstairs for my parents at the time. I had $2,000 to my name at this point. I was in my late 20s. And I remember the day that I launched. I remember this so vividly, running downstairs to my parents who were home. And I was all excited. And I was yelling at my dad. I'm like, Dad, I just made $5,000. My dad didn't flinch. I mean, he like didn't even move a muscle. So I run back upstairs. I keep refreshing my email. About an hour or so later, I run downstairs. I'm like, Dad, I'm at $11,000. Nothing but crickets. A little while later, I come back downstairs and I'm like, Dad, I'm at $18,500. And he finally looks at me, turns around, and he's like, what are you doing? Like, you know, like with that confused look. I'm like, I'd already told him earlier, like days ago, weeks ago. And I'm like, oh, you know, just that internet thing, Dad. And he totally, excuse me. Sorry about that. So he totally didn't get it. And he couldn't believe how much money I pulled in that day. I mean, heck, I was still in shock too. I mean, orders were coming in so fast. I'd never seen anything like this in my life. All I was doing was hitting the refresh on my email all day, and the orders just kept flying in. By the end of the first day, when the dust settles, I was at a little bit over $38,000, like $38,500. And I knew that was the most money I'd ever made in a single day of my life. And I knew that my life was never going to be the same again. That was definitely one of the best days of my life. And as you can see here, this is a screenshot from my one shopping cart account from the first 5 years. $930,119.15. Selling that one DVD. Man, that gives me the chills, gives me goosebumps when I say it. I mean, going from $2,000 to my name to making $930,000. And the way I see it, all I really did was send some simple emails to my list. And honestly, even though that's a big number, this number could have easily been double or triple or quadruple. And I'll tell you why it wasn't in just a second, but still $930,000. That's a lot of money, right? Imagine making that kind of money. What would that do for your life? What would be the first thing that you would buy if you made that kind of money? What would that do for your lifestyle? What would that do for your life? What would that do for your family? Yeah, Amber, pay off all our debt. And all of it, right? I mean, you can literally just whack it off in one shot, right? Herbert, get a home, right? Pay off your mortgage, okay? So, I mean, it literally changed everything for me. But you know what? There was always this little voice in the back of my head saying, Dave, maybe you just got lucky. Like maybe you were just in the right place at the right time in the right niche. Like maybe the sun and the moon just aligned correctly. I mean, who knows? Maybe it was a fluke, right? Totally possible. Maybe I did get lucky. So here's what happened next. At the end of 2010, I moved the offer to ClickBank, and I reworked the sales page into a video sales letter, which was like the new big thing at the time. And now it was time to really answer the question that was bugging me. Could my luck really hold out? Was the first time a fluke? So you guys are probably wondering how'd it go, right? Well, to my amazement, it hit #1 in ClickBank for dating, which is one of the most competitive niches on the internet, okay? And as you can see in this screenshot, almost $87,000 in a single month, $86,945.91 in a single month. And if you look at the dates very carefully here, you'll see that this is during Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year's, making almost $87,000. And the crazier part about this is that $87,000 represents my cut after I paid out 75% to affiliates. So if you look at the total number generated, we generated almost $400,000 in sales in a single month between Christmas and New Year's. Pretty crazy. So how did I do it? The reason this dumb little business makes so much money and rakes it in is because I use simple little emails to make my list buy from me a lot. It's enabled me to be a ClickBank Premier vendor every year that I've been with them, which is a fancy award and a title that they give you for being, one of their top vendors. And I just found out I was the #1 affiliate for Eben Pagan's Double Your Dating, which is his $20 million a year dating business, which is pretty cool. That was like a personal goal of mine. So you might be thinking like, wow, congratulations, Dave's on top of the mountain. And you want to know something? I kind of was. After several failed attempts, I felt like I'd finally made it, or I was like starting to, like things were finally starting to go my way. And sure, things business-wise were going great. I was making money hand over fist, more money than I'd ever made in my life. But what this business has provided that I'm most grateful for over the years has been the little things. You see, 3 weeks after I launched this site, after the money started coming in, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Yeah, this is no joke. I mean, this is probably the worst news that you could possibly get. I was very close with my dad, and to say this was serious was an understatement. I mean, this was like life and death. And everything I did in my business was to take care of my dad so he wouldn't have to work so hard, so that he can enjoy his life. Now, maybe you're watching this and listening to this right now, and maybe you have somebody in your life that's your motivation. Maybe it's your wife, your kids, your parents, somebody else in your life, somebody really important to you. Maybe that's your reason why you're working so hard. Imagine being in that situation. This is the kind of news that you hear about from other people, but you never think that it's going to happen to you or yourself or your family, except it did. And I hope that none of you guys ever have to go through this. But if it wasn't for this strategy that I'm showing you, being able to produce cash on demand, I have no idea where I would be at right now, okay? The whole time I had this site which was exploding, all these media publications, all these TV channels trying to get me and interview me and get me on TV. I was much more focused on my dad, helping him beat cancer and trying to spend as much time with him as possible. So when I told you earlier that $930,000 and how I could have made a lot more, double, triple, quadruple that, imagine yourself in my shoes for a second with your dad that's very sick with cancer. It was grueling. I desperately needed to get, to keep busy so I wouldn't have a, complete nuclear meltdown. But being on TV, being interviewed, all that stuff just was the farthest thing from my mind. And look, guys, I'd love to tell you that I was doing awesome marketing back then, and the pressure brought out my inner genius, but my marketing was terrible. And unfortunately, despite everything we tried, my dad passed away 2 years later. I was 33 years old. 2 years earlier, I had $2,000 to my name, and now I had a mom and a younger sister to look after. Talk about a roller coaster. But I was so fortunate that this dumb little business was making lots of money because I wasn't freaking out. But then disaster struck again in the summer of 2010 during a family trip to Italy. My mom got it too. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. Talk about lightning striking twice, right? Luckily, they caught it early. My mom's okay, but I went through this with both of my parents in a 3-year period. It's been emotionally and mentally draining, and it was by far the darkest time of my life, okay? I didn't care about getting on TV or being in the magazines. Wasn't returning messages from the media outlets who were contacting me. I didn't want to speak at marketing seminars who were interested in learning my strategies. I just didn't care about all that stuff because everything I was dealing with at home. But I wasn't stressing out over money, okay? Because I had a secret weapon the secret weapon that's allowed me to take care of my family, my mom, my sister, everything. And it was a unique way of emailing. And this unique way of emailing worked like crazy when I used it to meet girls from online dating sites. And with a slight tweak in the strategy, it worked even better to sell stuff online. And I knew that I was onto something. Obviously, I was making money, right? But the whole time, even though I was making money, I kept thinking I was getting lucky because I had no clue what was working and what wasn't. I didn't know my numbers. I was literally flying blind. Like this picture of this guy with the money is an accurate description, right? And maybe this is you. Maybe you can relate. I had no idea what was working. Like the money was all around me, but I had no idea what I was doing to get it, okay? So back then, all I had was this thing called the Desire Campaign, okay? And this was turning new subscribers into customers. I was like a one-trick pony. But then I started adding pieces. I started adding this Amplification Campaign, and that made a big difference, getting me off the hamster wheel by turning my one-time customers into repeat customers who kept buying stuff. And then I added this thing called the Intensification Campaign, and man, that made a huge, huge difference. And now I have this entire funnel map that I'm going to give you that's made me 7 figures when you stick around till the end of this webinar. And so as you can probably tell, I've been obsessed with email. So for me, after doing this stuff, I began hoarding, and I can actually admit it, I began hoarding marketing emails. You can see here a screenshot from my Mac Mail. That's 97,603 emails. Yes, I have a problem hoarding emails. So over the last 10 years, I've been doing this. I've done a lot of things right, but I've also done a lot of things wrong. So my goal for you guys is for me to show you guys just the right things so that you can cut out all the wrong things and just focus on the right things. Cool? Awesome. Awesome. So guys, this is the hard way. This is the hard way that I've been doing it, that I've been doing it for the last 10 years. So the first thing I tried to do was spending a couple $100s a month on virtual assistants, VAs, who were taking hours putting stats together on my emails. Then I tried using complex spreadsheets. So I'd hire these like smart guys off of Upwork or Elance or one of those type of sites, and they would create these super fancy spreadsheets that I had no idea how to use. From there, I tried some complex software like funnel software that was like $500 a month to use, and it was so complicated. You actually had to have them teach you how to use it over some one-on-one trainings that they actually charged you for on top of the software. And so when it was all said and done, I was losing lots of time and money and a lot of hair on my head trying to figure this out. I mean, it was a pain in the butt. And the worst thing for me was that still to this day, I have no clue if any of that stuff actually worked. And so for you guys, that's how everyone's been trying to get their numbers from their emails for the last 10 years. I mean, it's been hard, it's been grueling, frustrating, and it's been expensive, but that's what it took. The good news is there's actually an easier way. In fact, during this webinar, I'm actually going to show you guys how to track an email live in less than a minute. So you guys are going to see that this process is so much easier now. So guys, if you want analytics on your website, all you got to do is use Google Analytics. That's what everyone uses. If you want analytics on your Facebook ads, all you do is use the Facebook Ads Manager. That's what everyone uses. If you want analytics on your emails, you got to use Autoresponder Analytics. That's what everyone is using. And so after doing this for 10 years, I discovered the hard way. But today, you guys have a chance to cheat and get the easy way. So guys, how many of you guys want to have this done the easy way? If you want it done the easy way, let me know. Give me a yes in the chat box. John, absolutely. you literally took the words right out of my mouth. It looks like you guys want the easy way. Me too. I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, I always like the easier way better, right? So that's the game plan. So guys, grab your pen and paper. We're going to dive right into this. As Bruce Buffer says, let's get ready to rumble. So in this presentation, I'm going to cover 3 secrets. Okay, if you got your pen and paper, now is the time to write things down. So secret number 1 is how to get ice cold subscribers showing up ready to buy without having to sell them. How many of you guys want to learn that? Yep, a lot of you guys. Okay, so secret number 2, how to close your hottest prospects without hype, without pressure, and without being all salesy. How many of you guys want to learn that one? Awesome, awesome. And number 3, secret number 3, how to turn one-time customers into raving fan repeat buyers who happily give you money without hype or cheesiness. So guys, let's dive into secret number 1, desire. The first thing you should know is, contrary to popular belief, Size does not matter. The number of people on your list, the size of your list is mostly irrelevant. Guys, I'm looking at the chat box and I see some of you saying, I don't have a list yet. Guys, when I started, it was 1,788 people. It's super small. The number of people on your list, like I said, the size of your list is mostly irrelevant. Okay. If you think about it, a list is really just a bunch of people's names and emails, right? It has no value. There's no like hard value, right? It's not like a dollar bill that has like a value to it, right? The value of your list is entirely dependent on two things: the quality of the relationship you have with the people on your list and the amount of trust that they have in you. Remember, people buy from those they know, like, and trust. And this is why you can't just go buy a list for your niche. There's no relationship and there's no trust. I mean, think about it, guys. You can go to Google right now. You can buy 1 million emails for like 50 or $100. Why are they so cheap? Because it's completely worthless. There's no relationship and there's no trust. Remember, people buy from those they know, like, and trust. So if you want to have the ability to print money on demand from your email list, here are the unbreakable rules that you need to live and run your business by. Rule number 1, never trade the relationship and the trust you have with your list for money, ever. I mean, this is essentially your reputation. And if you burn your list one time, you're going to ruin your reputation forever. Okay. Rule number 2, always remember that you're in a position of leadership that's based on serving your list and audience. If you wake up with the mindset that you're going to do whatever you can to help the people on your list, to help your audience get whatever it is they desire to the best of your ability, you'll do very well. The money will follow. And rule number 3, never promote a product or service you haven't personally used or checked out. If you're going to recommend something to them, make sure you've gone through the entire buying experience and the entire product yourself first. So think about it. If you wouldn't send your best friend there, don't send your audience and list there. Okay. So with that said, here's how most people are currently emailing their lists. And it's a pretty interesting picture, right? If you look at it, like Monday, they do the weather on Monday, but then like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, there's no weather, and then they just jump on Thursday, right? So, I mean, think about it. This is like most people, how they're emailing their lists. Sporadic. They'll email on a Monday. They'll take 2 or 3 days off. Then they'll mail again. I mean, imagine if they did this with the weather. How long would you continue watching this weather channel? I mean, not too long, right? The point I'm trying to make here is this, guys. The more you communicate with your prospects, the more money you'll make. I mean, pretty obvious, right? Nothing like earth-shattering there, but here's something that you may not know about how your prospect's mind is hardwired, okay? When you communicate the same message through multiple mediums, you'll create a faster and a stronger bond with your subscribers, making it much, much easier for you to make money. Now, when I say multiple mediums, I mean using live videos, screen tutorials, podcasts, PDF reports, articles, written emails, stories, social media live videos, things like that. And this exponentially increases your sales because of the way that the human mind works. You see, people pick up things differently based on the modality, right? Some people pick up things faster and easier when they hear it, others when they see it, and others when they get to read it and experience it for themselves. And so if you only rely on one of these mediums, you're missing out on a huge, huge percentage of your audience and lists. The fact is, people are conditioned to respond to multiple modalities, and that means your prospects are conditioned to be more responsive when they not only read your message, but they hear it and see it as well. And so when you communicate with them through audio, video, and text, it creates an instant sense of trust and bonding. They feel like they know you better because you've accessed different parts of their brain. And of course, this means you make more money and more sales. And nothing wrong with that, right? One of my first mentors and clients, Mark Joyner, who's considered the godfather of internet marketing, says, make an offer in such a way that the job of selling is mostly done in the first glance. And guys, when you do emails the way I'm going to show you, that's exactly what happens. You don't need to use all this crazy, NLP, voodoo, mumbo jumbo kind of stuff, crazy tactics on the sales pages and stuff, because the people on your audience, the people on your email list, trust that you won't send them to some garbage. Okay. So you'll see, guys, the very first thing you need to do, and you want to write this down, is you need to create desire for whatever it is that you're selling. You have to create a burning desire for someone to want whatever solution it is that you're offering. And the way that we're going to do that is through something that I call a desire campaign. Now, guys, if someone doesn't want what you're selling, if they don't want whatever the end result is that you're promising, then you're going to have a really, really difficult time selling whatever it is that you're selling. And so the very first thing you need to do is create desire. The more desire you create, the more someone feels like they have to have that end result, the more sales you make. And so that's what a desire campaign does. It's designed to turn ice cold subscribers into raving fan and customers, right? And so the desire campaign, there's 3 or 4 things you actually want to be doing. Number 1 is you want to assume the sale, okay? Remember, they've already signed up to your list. They're already interested in the topic. You have to assume that they're interested in what solution you are offering, right? Number 2 is you want to welcome them with cool. And what I mean by that is you want to show them cool stuff that you already know that they're interested in, okay? And number 3 is we talked about this just before, you want to use multiple modalities, okay? There's different ways of saying the same message. And if you really strip, like boil it all down to the basic thing, you want to attract them with honey. And you got to find what that honey is for your audience, okay? So the Desire campaign, it's designed to turn raving fans, subscribers into raving fans and customers. This is the beginning of one of my Desire campaigns in one of my niches. You'll see here 80% open rate, super, super high open rates. Guys, why is that important? More opens equals more clicks equals more profits. You can write this down. More opens equals more clicks equals more profits. Terrence Thomas, what he's told me is, since Dave has shared these email conversion strategies with me, it's completely transformed my business. Now we have sales coming in each day on autopilot while we can focus on delivering the best experience to our customers. He said it was set it and forget it, and he wasn't kidding. Terrence is an IFBB physique pro, as you can probably guess by his striking physique. Okay, and when I say multiple modalities, this is what I'm talking about. These are 2 of my niches. Okay, one of the dating offers and one of the golf offers. Okay, so what we do is we send people to videos. We send people PDF reports, different kind of PDF reports, okay? And this is giving them different ways of seeing the same type of information, okay? So here's the way it works. The email doesn't sell the product. The email, all it's doing is pre-selling them on something cool that I want to show them and I want to share with them, okay? So all this is doing is it's sharing something really cool that I want to give them, which is the 15-minute slice cure, which is a training program to help golfers fix their slice. Okay, so you think if you're into golf and you maybe have a slice, you'd want to check out that that particular program, right? So here's the way it works. The content pre-sells your stuff, and it's a 3-level deep, right? So the email pre-sells the content. The content actually does the selling of your offer, and it's going to send people right back to your offer. So in this case, we use a video sales letter, right? And then here's the other thing we're doing is we're using video tutorials, which is what I talked about before. Welcome them with cool, which is AKA cool stuff that I know that they're into. And you'll see here in the first few days, we have 3 different video tutorials because I already know that they're interested in this topic. So I want to show them cool stuff that's going to help them. And by doing that, I'm going to get sales, right? So here's the way it works. I send them an email. The email sends them to this video. And I use something called a stealth tutorial page. What I mean by that is I use a delayed button. So on the page, you don't see the button for like a minute or 2. So they get a chance to go through the content without thinking that they're trying to be sold something right until the end. Okay, very simple to do. Here's another technique that we use, which is something called the coupon code email. And you'll see this is the 3rd email that I send out. Simple email. I have a promo code that I created, and I'm giving them 50% off. And guess what? That email is sending them directly to the order page. I don't need to send them back to the sales page because I'm giving them a special discount. You'll see here, today only, enjoy 50% off. Use this promo code when you check out. Guys, in the chat box, do you want this email template? Let me know. Give me a yes in the chat box. All right. All right. Whew. Tons of yeses, guys. Awesome, awesome. So I'll hook you up with this one as well. The other thing we're doing here is we're sending something called engagement emails. You've probably heard or read through the grapevine or seen it online that getting engagement will help your emails get into the inbox. And this is absolutely true. So what I do here is, this is one of the engagement emails. I'm asking them, what's the current situation in your life that's caused you to want to sign up and get more information about blank? In this case, it's meeting women online. In golf, it would be to get more information about, adding distance to, to your drives. Really simple email. But guys, you're going to get a ton of information from your clients and from your subscribers on what's really motivating them to sign up, what their pain points are. And you can use this inside of your copy. You guys want this template too? Awesome, awesome. I will hook you up with this one also. Guys, can you see how powerful these emails are for your business? Give me a yes in the chat box. Awesome. Awesome. So here's another one, guys. This is what I call the video tutorial email. Okay, and you'll see here, it's really, really simple. Let's see if I can go back to this particular slide here. All right, so here we go. Look at this. It's really simple. All I'm doing is I'm promoting the video and all the cool things that they're going to learn in the video. I'm not selling anything. The video does all the selling for me. Okay? So when you're doing your video tutorials, all you're doing is, number one, you're talking about the cool discovery factor. Like, hey, I just figured something cool. I just discovered some cool thing out. And you're really just selling the click. You're basically making it curiosity based, just to get somebody to click. You're not trying to sell a product or anything in the email. You're just trying to get them to the next step, which is getting them to click. Okay, and therefore you don't need to pitch hard because you're not selling anything. And this is the mistake people make. Okay, somebody signs up to their, you sign up to someone's list and they start selling you right away, very, very hard, and they totally turn you off. And if they just kind of did this in the beginning instead, they would really build raving fans and repeat buyers for life. This is how you build a tribe and an audience, right? So the other thing is they have to want it, right? So if you're selling like widgets and your video tutorial, like the video is like really, really bad, like the outcome is really bad, whatever the technique sucks, like they're not going to want it, right? So they're not going to click. So it's really, really important for you to keep that in mind, right? So here's the way it works, right? So this is another video tutorial email. The video content pre-sells your email. The email pre-sells the video pre-sells that, right? And you'll see here, all I'm doing in the red boxes, look, click here to see me prove it. Boom. You guys want this email template too? Yes? Awesome, awesome. I'll hook it up for you guys. So guys, in your Desire campaign, at one point I had like 390 emails in the sequence. So it was like one email per day for 390 days. It was just too long, right? So now what I teach people and I advocate is 30 days. Okay, like a 30-day sequence. What you can do is you can add in 4 different affiliate offers. So you can promote 1 affiliate offer per week, right? And then what you want to do is you want to move people into a buyer campaign if they buy, so they don't keep getting the same emails, right? Because you'll have different emails if they buy something. And then if they complete this 30-day series and they don't buy, you want to move them into a daily broadcast. Okay, so you'll move them into a into just a totally different series, right? Super, super easy to do, especially with the technology that they have out these days. There's nothing complicated about that. So guys, would you like to know how much money these emails are making you? You want me to show you? Give me a yes in the chat box. You want me to show you how much money these emails how easy it is to find out how much money these emails are making you, right? So check this out. All right, I'm gonna open this up here. So guys, what you're seeing here is autoresponder analytics. I'm just gonna show you this real quick, right? All right, so let me show you how easy it is. So all you're gonna do here is you're gonna go create a new campaign email. I'm gonna click this. All I'm gonna do is gonna click hi. I'm gonna put in google.com here because I'm just doing a test. I have a pixel here. I'm gonna click create. Bingo. Here's my tracking link. That's it. Done. The whole thing is created. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to use that inside of my email, and it's going to tell me exactly which email is making sales, which ones are not making sales, how much each email is making me, and it's super easy, right? So I know each email, once I do that for each of the emails, I know which one of these emails are making me money, right? I know if it's email number 1 making me the sale, if it's email number 2 making me the sale, email number 3, number 4, number 50, number 20. I know exactly what's working, right? How easy was that, guys? Was that simple to set up? Took like what, like 30 seconds? Right? People make this stuff so complicated. Okay, so guys, you can do it. You can do it, just like Rob Schneider says. It's simple, and pretty gnarly, right? Like that desire campaign is pretty gnarly, right? You're attracting people to you instead of trying to sell them and beat them over the head to buy your stuff with like a 2x4. Okay, so guys, this works for anybody. If you have information products, whether you're doing e-commerce like Shopify, if you're doing high-ticket coaching, this works for that too. This works whether you're doing supplements, whether you're selling services, whether you have a real brick and mortar business. This works for all types of businesses, guys. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Now, the second step in the process, secret number 2, the next thing you need to do is you need to intensify someone's desire for whatever it is you're offering, okay? Now, they might want it, they might have a desire for it, but they still haven't purchased. And what they really need is they have to really want it badly. And that's what this campaign that I'm about to show you, okay? Now, I know this is like kind of like in jest, but this is the missing campaign, okay? And the reason that I say that is because 99% of online marketers are missing this campaign from their business. I think I've seen maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 other marketers using this. Now, this one campaign, when done right, this one campaign can 2 to 3x your revenue. Guys, 2 to 3x the amount of money you make. No BS here. 2 to 3x your revenues from this one campaign. So how I discovered this, okay? So I was surfing a few websites and I saw ads like these on the bottom of the articles, okay? How many of you guys have been surfing the internet and seen this kind of stuff on the bottom of the articles, like seeing these kind of ads? Anyone? Amber says yes. Don says all the time. Yes, Keith. Native ads. Yeah. I know they get kind of annoying sometimes, but you know, sometimes you will find a gold. Okay. And so I kept seeing the same ads over and over and over again. So I clicked the ad. I signed up to the email list, and the next thing you know, it's almost like they're stalking me with how they were emailing me. So if I clicked an email, it seemed like I was starting to get a different series of emails, and it was almost like they were retargeting me, okay? It was like they knew my every move. And so I did a little digging on this company, and I found out that they were a $22 million a year info publishing company. And so I figured, yeah, these guys must know what they're doing. And so I had to find out what they were doing. So I did what any marketer does. I whipped out my credit card, and I bought the product, even though I had no desire for whatever it is they were selling, okay? But I bought the product because I wanted to see what they were doing. And it was the best move that I made because I got to see everything that they were doing, everything that the customers were seeing. Now I knew exactly what they were doing, and I started really coming up with my own version of it. And that's what this is about. That's what we're going to talk about here. This is called the Intensification Campaign. And the purpose of the Intensification Campaign is to turn curious subscribers into customers. Okay, so now we're really going to turn up the heat. We're going to intensify the desire, right? So that's what you really have to do here. Okay, so you definitely want to write that down. You want to intensify their desire. Okay, they have desire, but it's just not enough to make them buy. So you got to tip them over the edge. And guys, in the chat box, are you currently using any automated email campaigns when someone signs up to your list? Give me a yes or no, or let me know in the good old chat box. Okay, some of you guys say yes. A couple of you guys say no. Sometimes yes, no. Okay, it's kind of split. It's kind of split. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Okay, so it's kind of split down the middle, pretty much. Like, yes, some people yes, some people no. Okay, so with this campaign, the first thing this campaign does is it identifies who in your list, who are your hottest prospects in your list. Okay, once it identifies who your hottest prospects are, then it goes out and it targets your hottest prospects like a heat-seeking missile. Okay, I know it's kind of dramatic, but that's exactly what this campaign does. Frank Kern says, this is my go-to email campaign. What he says, with this campaign, you'll know exactly who your hottest prospects are. What this campaign does is it identifies people who are on the fence, meaning they've seen your videos, they've read your articles, they've attended your webinars, whatever it may be, but they still haven't bought. Right now, this campaign is my go-to system for closing high-ticket sales and for increasing the performance of every single campaign. So Frank is one of the 2 or 3 other people that I know using this type of campaign. His is a little bit different than the way I do it, but it's still very, very similar. So guys, this is his go-to campaign. Very important. Okay, so here's my intensification campaign. Okay, and so the way that it works is once somebody clicks an email in my desire campaign, you'll see at the top where it says start. When filter clicked any is true. So the email system knows when they click any email in the desire series, they're going to move them into this series. Okay, look at the open rates. 90% open rate, guys. 21% of the people who open click. Remember the formula I showed you earlier. More opens equals more clicks equals more profits. Okay, 90% open rate. Okay, it's very, very crazy. So the way that this works, look at this. And it's not just like one email. Look how high these open rates are. Okay, the lowest one, like 47%. I know people that will kill for just having their best email at 47%. Okay, and you'll see here the click-through rate's pretty high as well. Guys, this is something that I call the stalker email. It's got a 72% open rate. Okay, so the way that the stalker email works is this. There's a few keys to this. So you got to let them know why they're getting the email, right? So they're automatically somehow moved into this series that they don't even know about. Okay, and now they're getting another email and it's telling them, hey, you're getting this email because I know that you clicked, and I know that you watched my video, or I know you went to my sales page, or I know that you went to my webinar, but you didn't buy. So you're letting them know why they're getting it. And then the key with this is you want to give somebody an alternative way or an alternative offer. So for example, if you showed a video sales letter before, maybe have a written page instead. Okay, and then you always want to use scarcity and urgency. You want to figure out a way to build these 2 motivating factors, these influence factors into into the email, into what you're doing. So here's the way that I do it. Okay, very, very simple. I have this email, and all it does is I let them know, hey, look, I saw that you saw the video, but you didn't jump on it, and maybe you just didn't want to watch the whole video. So here's a page where you can read everything instead of watching it. And then I'm also giving them a discount. There's a bonus on the page, but it's very limited. When the timer hits 0, the discount's done and the bonus is gone. Okay, so I'm using scarcity and urgency. Okay, very, very important. So the way that it works normally is your emails will send them back to your offer, but the really powerful way is send them back to a different version of the offer. So in this case, it's just a written 50% off discount. Okay, very, very simple. You guys can do all this, right? There's nothing like magical about or super technical or anything. I'm probably the most least technical person that you can imagine. Okay, so guys, like I showed you, here's the key points in this stalker email, and that's the way it works. Scarcity at the bottom. Another version of the offer. You guys want this email template? In the chat box, give me a big yes. Let me know. Yes, lots of yeses, Awesome. Awesome, guys. I will totally hook you up. So guys, wouldn't it be cool if there was a way to track all your emails? Like we just actually went through that. So your intensification campaign, guys, remember, they're all based on action. This whole campaign is triggered once somebody checks out your stuff. Okay? That's why it's like a heat-seeking missile. You're letting them know that they were close to finishing, they were close to getting started, they were close to seeing that end result. And then what you really want to do is you want to stack the cool using something called a bonus stack. So like in each of the emails, you can just add a bonus. and just keep adding bonuses in each of the emails in the series until somebody buys, right? Which would be really, really cool. Pretty awesome, right? Are you guys getting a lot of value out of this stuff so far? Is it making sense? Can you see yourself doing this? Yes, awesome, guys, awesome. Good stuff. I'm from the 80s, so obviously I always saw this picture and totally awesome, right? So guys, secret number three. Secret number three. Once they become a customer, now your job is to amplify their desires even more. And that's what this campaign is designed to do, right? It's called the Amplification Campaign. And this is how you take a low-ticket customer, somebody who buys a very low-end product, and turn them into a repeat buyer who loves all your stuff and buys everything. You amplify their desires. And that's what the Amplification Campaign does. Turns one-time customers into raving fans who buy everything that you have for sale. You amplify their desire. Okay? So guys, here's the keys to success. And these are actually like the 4 parts to this campaign. First part is when someone buys your stuff, you want to welcome them. You want to delight them. Okay? You want to give them more stuff than they originally thought they were going to get. You want to over-deliver. Okay? You probably heard that before for years. The second part is you want to go to the consumption phase. You want to get them to actually use the product. The third part is you want to give them an irresistible offer, like a flash sale. And then from there, you want to move them into a mid or high ticket, what I call ascension, okay, where you can sell them higher ticket stuff. So guys, this is from my amplification campaign on one of my offers. I think this is the golf offer, okay? And this is look at this, 56% open rates, still very, very high, 27% click. Remember what we talked about before, the same formula. More opens equals more clicks equals more profits. Guys, look at these open rates. Look at these open rates. And look at what's even crazier. Look at the click-through rates on these. The click-through rates, super, super high. These are engaged customers. You're training your customers to click, and you're training them to buy. Okay. Again, like I told you before, this is all using very, very, very high level psychology. Okay. This is all the stuff you read in the books, but never had a clue about how to actually implement. This is what I'm showing you. Okay. So this is Brent Smith. He's a men's lifestyle coach. He's actually one of the most expensive men's lifestyle coaches in the world. He coaches entrepreneurs and very, very wealthy men, lifestyle coach. So he says it rains money every day. He said, Dave showed me these emails and strategies behind them, and man, that's some next level stuff no one is doing. Once we get a customer from one of our lower end products, we now have an entire automated campaign that's designed to turn every low ticket or every low end buyer into a high ticket coaching client. This has totally changed the game for us because we can now spend a lot more money to acquire a customer. Guys, this is the game changer here. This is where all the money is. It's buried underneath your feet in the back once you get a customer, okay? And this is totally, totally game changing for you if you apply it, okay? So guys, let me ask you in the chat box, what do you do after somebody buys something from you? Do you have any emails that go out? Do you send them something, anything? Let me know in the chat box. Okay. Becca, right on. Offer them another product. There's actually a really good way to do it. Okay. It's separate from upsells and stuff like that, right? Suzanne says, I send them a thank you card in the mail. That is awesome. That is really, really good. Okay. And it works really good, especially if you're doing like higher ticket stuff where you have more interaction. Okay. So guys, this is something I call a new customer welcome email. This is the first email that somebody gets when they buy one of our products, and it's got a 64% open rate. So here's the way it works. Look at the top, hello from Terrence at Monster Golf Swing. So I'm giving them hello from blank at blank. Okay, congratulations on your decision to purchase Monster Golf Swing. Now pay attention to that line. I'm going to get to that in a second. I want to say thank you and introduce myself. Notice what I'm doing in the third box. I want them to hit reply and let me know where they live and what their goal is. I'm trying to build engagement and interaction. I'm also letting them know I'm going to send them other cool videos and stuff. I'm giving them a link to download. And at the end, please like our Facebook page. Okay, so that's really, really important. Do you guys want this email template? This is a new customer welcome email. This is what you'll send people who buy your products. This is the first email. A lot of yeses? Awesome. Awesome. The chat box is going nuts. Okay, I think it's safe to say you guys want that email too. Okay, so guys, here's some 4 tips that I just covered in this email, okay? Number 1, you want to congratulate instead of thanking them. And this is really, really important. This is like very subtle psychology here. This is pre-framing, okay? I'm not thanking them for buying. They're not doing it for me. They're doing it for themselves. I'm congratulating them for getting started, okay? Again, this will help you with your refunds. This will help with people actually consuming your stuff, okay? Because they have the mindset that they're doing it for themselves, okay? So this is very, very, very important, okay? The other thing you'll notice is the engagement. Remember, I asked them what city or state they're from, what country they're from, what's their main goal, what are they trying to accomplish, okay? So this way I build more interaction with my people, with my tribe and audience. And then obviously you want to mention the social platforms. If you have a Facebook group, put a link to it. Join my Facebook group for clients, for customers. And then you really want to set the frame of what's coming next. In that case, I'm telling them, I'm going to be sending you more emails and videos, okay? And I'm letting them know that they have to be on the lookout for it. And that's why the open rates are so high. That's why the click-through rates are so high, because I'm letting them know. Okay, so here's another email in the campaign. You guys are going to actually love this email. Don't even worry that it's only a 32% open, which is really, really good. It's called the new upsell reminder email. So guys, in the best case scenario, somebody buys one of your products, and now you just send them to a page like this, which is like an upsell page. Best case scenario, half of your customers don't buy the upsell, okay? Half. So you're really losing out on half of the potential money that you could be making. So what do most people do in this scenario? Okay, you're getting people buying your products, you have an upsell, you think you're doing good, but half of the people are leaving it without buying. Most people do nothing. It just collects dust, okay? That's what most people do. What you want to do is you want to use this email instead. So if somebody buys something from you but does not buy the upsell, you want to just send them this simple email. Look how simple this email is. Hey, it's Brent. You might have missed this when ordering. Here's a link. I didn't want you to miss out on this sweet deal. And all you're doing is you're sending them back to the upsell page. Guys, look at how simple this email is. Okay? Have you guys gotten a lot of value out of this? Do you guys want that email template too? Let me know in the chat box. Awesome. Awesome, guys. We're just getting started here. Okay, so guys, your amplification campaign, 4 parts. You want to welcome new customers. You want to amaze and delight them. You want to go through consumption, actually getting them to consume your product. And then you want to introduce other offers, okay? And that's how you make more money on the back end. That's how you get off the hamster wheel, okay? And turn one-time customers into repeat buyers who buy everything that you sell. So guys, how do I know these emails work? Because I use autoresponder analytics. It tells me everything, okay? I know which emails are making me money, which ones aren't, which ones need work, which ones are doing good, which ones aren't. It tells me everything, okay? Guys, was that cool? Awesome. I love Beavis and Butthead, so I would say, hey, Beavis, that was cool. So guys, this works for anybody doing information products, whether you're doing e-commerce and Shopify, coaching, you do consulting, you have supplements, you sell a service, you do consulting, you're a coach, you have a real business, a brick and mortar business, totally unrelated to internet stuff. It doesn't matter what you're selling, guys. This works for every kind of business, okay? It doesn't matter what you're selling. So guys, when you stay till the end, like I said, this is yours to keep. This actually breaks down the all 3 steps, the desire campaign, the intensification campaign, and the amplification campaign. And it's yours to download once the webinar is over. So guys, at this point, I was stuck, right? I was trying all these different things to grow my business. Like nothing was working, right? I remember Peter Drucker, and he said, you can't improve what you don't measure. One of my first mentors, John Reese, this is the first guy to make $1 million in 24 hours in our business. He said The more you improve, the more money you'll make. And of course, our favorite person, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, he says, if you don't know your numbers, you're dead to me. So I really didn't have the metrics that I needed to grow. Okay, I knew I was making money, but I just didn't know what was working, what wasn't working. I just had no idea. I was like blind, like this guy, right? And I was literally at a dead end. Okay, I exhausted everything, every avenue that I knew. I tried spreadsheets that were complex as hell that I had no idea how to use. I had VAs who were spending hours and hours a week on some complex software, like funnel tracking software. That it was a nightmare. I was super, super frustrated. I mean, like literally, like this is it. Nothing did what I needed. I mean, it was all like thumbs down and like toast, right? And this is how I felt, like Homer Simpson. So guys, in the chat box, can you relate to any of this? Can you relate to that kind of frustration? Like nothing doing what you need, and you just want something simple that just gives you the information that you have. Like, so you just want to know how you're doing, right? I had this whole funnel. I had this map. I had the funnel working. I had these emails. I just didn't know what was working and what wasn't. And I really just wanted to know a few things. I wanted to know how much each email in the campaign was making me. I wanted to know what was the revenue per lead in each campaign, like how much money in each campaign was each lead worth. I wanted to know where my customers were located so that I could hyper target my ads in those specific areas so I could stop wasting money. And I wanted to know how they were buying, okay? Because with all these different mobile devices coming online and everything, I wanted to know what devices, what email providers, like how they were buying so that I could tailor my funnels, my ads, my buying experience to that, right? This was my dream system. Like if I had this system, like I was set. And this is the chance meeting with the $500 million man. And you know, guys, I'm a big believer that people come into your life for different reasons. Okay. And I don't know about you. I mean, like, but for me, I come from a very, very middle-class family. I mean, it's not too often that I get to meet someone who's worth $500 million, especially when it's all self-made. So I meet this guy at a seminar in the hallway, like during one of the breaks, and we strike up a conversation. And the next thing you know, I see him on stage. It turns out he was one of the speakers at the seminar where he shared his unbelievable story of rags to riches. Pretty crazy story. So anyways, we stay connected, we become friends, you know, and you can see us here at a couple of different events and having dinner and stuff like that. And anyways, he invites me to a mastermind here in Miami. And, you know, it's late one night, we're having drinks, and he asked me, you know, like we're having drinks at the pool here and stuff. And he's like, hey, Dave, like, you know, like what else are you working on, right? Like, what else are you working on? So I told him about this crazy software idea that I had and how I needed this software because I was having so much trouble figuring out what the hell was working for me when it came to email. And I told him I saw this guy speak. How many of you guys know who this guy is? Vishen Lakhiani from Mind Valley. Amazing entrepreneur. Very, very brilliant entrepreneur. Okay, a couple of you guys, some of you guys say yes, some of you guys no. Okay, awesome. Great entrepreneur. I told him I saw this guy speak, and at the seminar, they were talking about how they keep track of their emails, and he had a slide of a spreadsheet. And he said, we have people like our employees, like for a few hours a week, going through the spreadsheets and adding all the emails and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, like, are you crazy? Like, this is exactly what I was doing. Like, you know, and I told him, like, you remember my frustration with the spreadsheets and everything. So I explained to this, you know, to this $500 million man, I explained to him the software, and his reply, just do it. I love this video. This is a motivational video, but he said, just do it. And then I kept thinking at that point, I remember thinking, like, at this point, okay, like this guy's worth $500 million and he just told me to do it. Okay, like in Star Wars, Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. And so at that point, it was like the just do it, the Force version, right? So we have like the whole Force version of just do it. And like, guys, when a $500 million man tells you and gives you the advice in a mastermind to build it and just do it, guess what you do? Yeah, exactly. You guys are getting it in the comments. Just do it. And so this is how autoresponder analytics began. This is actually the sketch on the page on my journal of the first versions of the sketches, okay? And so this is how it began. I never built software in my life. I went on a quest to find the right developers, okay? And once I found the developers, it took me a while to actually find developers who could actually build something, like this complex and complicated, right? So I got a ninja development team. We have a whole staff here working on it, and it took 2 years to build this. 2 years to build what I'm about to show you, and it literally turns your autoresponder from Bruce Banner into the Hulk. Okay, from Bruce Banner into the Hulk. And so, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the software in a little bit more detail right now. All right. So here we go. You guys can all see the software. Can you guys see this gorgeous interface? Let me know in the chat box. Yes. Looks amazing. Yeah, Amber, it actually does. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking interface. Okay. So here I am inside of autoresponder analytics, and I'm so excited to show you guys this. Okay. I'm a little bit nervous too, because I've never really shown this outside of a few friends, and I've only done this presentation, just a couple of times. So you can see this gorgeous interface, right? And we spent a lot of time making sure that this software was not only good looking, but it's actually super easy to use for someone as technologically slow as myself. So guys, it's important for you to understand it was designed for marketers by marketers. Okay, I built this for myself. Okay, and I can't stress how important this is. And it's really easy and intuitive to use. Okay, and that was something that I made sure about because I'm not really too technical. And I don't know about you guys, but I've had a lot of trouble using marketing software in the past. So for me, this had to be not only simple to set up, but easy to use on a daily basis, okay? And so what you'll see here at the top, if I just click and drag, okay, this is a list of all of your automated campaigns. So what it does is it separates your broadcasts, which are just one-time only, emails, from your automated campaigns, okay? And guys, it keeps them all separate. You can track campaigns, emails, broadcasts, anything. It doesn't matter if it's your own products, if it's affiliate products, it makes no difference. And you can use autoresponder analytics with any email provider, whether you use something like Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Infusion, any of those systems, or even if you use your own self-hosted email software, autoresponder analytics works for everything, okay? And we're always adding more integrations nonstop. So if you look at the top right, excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit. If you look at the top right, it gives you the daily statistics here for everything. It just takes all of the information and it just puts it here for you so you can see just at a glance how everything is doing. Now, you see these follow-up campaigns here. Let me just go through one of them, right? So you'll see here, if I click, and actually I'm just going to pause it here for a second. If I highlight here, you'll see here, this is an intensification series. It shows me the total number of conversions, the total revenue in this campaign. It shows me what the conversion rate is in this campaign and what's the lifetime customer value, how much every lead is worth. Okay, really cool, right there at your fingertips. Okay, so if I click this, what it's going to do is it's going to open up the individual campaign. Guys, this is pretty cool so far, right? So guys, what it's doing here is this particular campaign, okay? So this intensification series, it's giving you just a chart, which gives you just the graphical representation of all that information. And then here, it's giving you the daily statistics, just on this campaign alone, how many conversions, how much revenue, and what the conversion rate was. It also gives you these other statistics, the revenue per lead, which is the lifetime value, $52.46. But then it's also giving you the average time to conversion. It's telling you how many days it's taking an opt-in lead to turn into a buyer. Do you think that could help you, having that kind of information? Knowing that in this campaign, it's taking 41 days to turn into a buyer. Do you think that could help you? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what it does here is the system is smart enough to know your best performing emails and the worst performing emails in the campaign. And so what it does here is it's going to score the emails based on conversions, conversion rate, and revenue. And so these emails I know are good, but these emails in this column are the worst ones. And so what I would do is I would go through these emails and start maybe rewriting them or putting new ones in instead. Okay. So if we go here to the email list, it's going to give me a list of all of the emails in the campaign. Okay. You'll see here it says that they're tracked. Yes or no. They're all tracked. If I have a pixel selected so I can associate it with a product. Now it tells me the number of clicks in the email, the click-through rate. And this comes from your email provider. Okay. We just pull that information from your email provider. But what we also get is the number of conversions, the earning per click, how much each click is worth in that email, how much revenue this email has generated, the number of purchases, and the conversion rate from each email. How awesome is that, guys? Pretty sick. Okay. Now, this is where we're going to take it to a whole nother level. If your jaw isn't on the floor yet from this information, we're going to take it to a whole nother level here. You'll see here it says demographics. Okay, so this software actually will give you demographics in every campaign of your customers. Who's buying your products? We actually know who's buying them, how they're buying them, and where they're buying them from. So in this case, let's say I want to say, what's the best performing countries? So in this campaign, it's showing me these are the 3 best performing countries. It shows me these are the worst performing countries. Okay. Shows me how much I'm earning per click, how much I'm earning per lead, what the conversion rate is. Let's say I go to USA. What it's going to do is it's going to show me the 3 best performing states. It's going to show me the 3 worst performing states. Guys, are you doing any Facebook ads? Are you buying any ads on Facebook right now? Let me know in the chat box. Okay. Okay, we're seeing a lot of yeses, a couple no's, some yeses, no's. Okay, if you're doing Facebook ads, do you think this information could help you? Do you think this information would help you make more money from your ads if you knew where to target, where to advertise, and then where to cut out your ads? Of course. Of course. Of course. Here's where it gets even crazier. So we know the best performing countries, we know the best performing states, and we even know down to the city level. Guys, this is hyper targeting your customers. You can go back and then start really hyper targeting your advertising into these areas. But we also know how they're buying. We know what device they're buying on, whether it's an Android, whether it's Windows, iOS. We know what browser they're using to buy. We even know what kind of device, whether it's a tablet, mobile, PC. Do you think this can help you? Guys, we even know what provider. Okay? We even know what provider, which email provider. Okay? Now, what we're working on is some artificial intelligence that's going to scan your email list and tell you, let's say, for example, you have 80% of your emails in Gmail, but Gmail's like very low here. It's going to tell you, hey, you have an inboxing problem in Gmail. You need to work on inboxing your emails in Gmail better. Okay? So we're working on some very crazy high-level, AI, if you will, for for this particular software. So guys, this is what it does on the campaign level. Okay, in the broadcast level, it does very similar. Okay, all it's doing is it's separating the broadcasts separately. Okay, so they have their own little thing. It's same numbers, same number of clicks, click-through rate, conversions, earning per click, revenue, number of purchases, and conversion rate. And we're constantly adding new data points to this. So you're going to log in and you're going to constantly be seeing a lot more cool stuff. So let me show you how easy it is to create one of these things. Let's say you created a new product and you wanted to sell a new product to your list. You create a new pixel. You'll give it a name. Let's say I'll call it like new product. Let's see, November 17. Okay, I give it a price, let's say $997, and then I click generate. You'll see here it says tracking pixel generated. All I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to add this to my website. Usually, you're going to add this to the page right after the purchase, which is mostly for most people the first upsell. Okay, and you'll just add that there. Boom. Now it's tracking that new product. If you want to track a new email, we already showed you how easy it is to do that. Super easy. You just fill in the name of the email, where it's going. Okay. Now this is really important. I want to show you this. I didn't show you this before. Okay, I'm going to assign a pixel to it. I'm going to click create. You'll notice that I'm sending people to google.com, right? Most tracking softwares, what they will do is they will redirect your link, this Google link, through their software, okay, and then get a link from it. Now, what our system does is it goes straight through Google, and all it's doing is it's adding some UTM codes to the end of the particular email, okay? Let me show you this here, because I created a bunch of these emails today. Okay, you'll see here, google.com, you'll see it adds in all this extra stuff. And the reason that we did this is we thought ahead. So that way your emails will never get hit for spam because of these tracking links going through our website. I've seen this happen before for other tracking softwares because they were not designed to work with email. Okay, this is super, super, super important. Okay, so guys, how awesome is this so far? How awesome is this software? Can you see how this software gives you all the stats you need on your fingertips? Each of these campaigns, all the conversions, okay? How much money a follow-up campaign makes you? What's the conversion rate, okay? It does all these particular things. So guys, super cool, right? And super, super easy to use. I think that's probably the biggest, the biggest thing that I want to impart to you, okay? And guys, who here thinks autoresponder analytics is awesome? I wish you guys could see the chat box right now. It's going absolutely crazy. So guys, Mark Zuckerberg, he says yes, he loves autoresponder analytics. The dude who started Snapchat, I don't even know his name, but he started Snapchat and he said he likes autoresponder analytics too. Deadpool, he says yes. He's getting his account, and Ron Burgundy says yes, he's getting his autoresponder analytics account too. Finally, there is a tool that tracks everything for you and makes knowing your email numbers a breeze. Now, some people are asking me, Dave, autoresponder analytics seems cool, but do I really, really need it? And I always tell people this. I say, look, when it comes to internet business, there's really only 3 things you need to focus on. Okay, there's a lot of good products, a lot of good services out there, and a lot of good things, but there's really only 3 essential things that you need, or you can't be successful online. The first thing is you need a page that collects emails, right? You need some kind of way to collect leads. Would you guys agree? You need some way to build your list. And the second thing is you need a tool like an email autoresponder. You need some kind of software that allows you to email those leads so that you can turn them into raving fans and repeat buyers. And lastly, the third essential tool that you need is autoresponder analytics. You need a way to track everything so you know your numbers from your emails and the campaigns, so you know what's working and what isn't, so that you can grow your business. Okay? Otherwise, you're flying blind. And these are the 3 things that you need to have to be successful online. And if you don't have these 3 things, it's impossible for you to succeed. It's impossible for you to scale and grow your business. And people say, like, okay, Dave, of course you're going to say that. You know, autoresponder analytics is your product. That's why you're saying that. But the reality is this. Even if I didn't sell a single copy of autoresponder analytics, I've made so much more money using it, and it's made my life so much. I would be a customer if someone else came up with it. Okay? So guys, why did you show up today? Maybe you wanted to make more money from your emails, okay, or from your email list. Maybe you were tired of being stuck and overwhelmed trying to figure out how to do all this stuff on your own. Maybe you just wanted to know what to do and how to do it to see real results in the shortest amount of time possible. Okay, so to kind of recap what we've been talking about, we've been on for just a little bit over an hour, hour and a half so far. We've covered 3 core concepts. And the first secret that I showed you was how to get ice cold subscribers showing up ready to buy without having to sell them. Secret number 2 was how to close your hottest prospects without hype, without pressure, and without being all salesy. And then secret number 3, I showed you how to turn one-time customers into raving fan repeat buyers who happily give you money without hype or cheesiness. Now, let me ask you guys a question. We've been on for over an hour so far, and we've covered a lot of stuff. How many of you guys feel like this picture right about now? Let me know in the chat box. Yeah, a lot of people are like, whoa. Yeah, I mean, we covered a lot of stuff. And look, guys, I know we covered a lot of stuff, but I wanted to make sure you got the core concepts and were able to leave here with actionable things that you could do that work fast, while we had a chance to be here together. But the reality is there's so much more to this stuff, and there's a lot more that I could share with you guys. And so I wanted to put together something special for you guys to help you implement what we've just talked about to take this to the next level. And before I do that, I just want to know, would it be okay if I share it with you? Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for giving me the heads up. Always like to ask permission. Never want to assume or take that for granted. Okay. So if you're like most people watching this webinar right now, you're probably saying to yourself, okay, Dave, that was awesome. And I know this can help my business, but I need help. How do I actually do it? So the package that I put together for you is called the Email Cash Machine. And this is an entire package containing training templates, and a special tool to help you implement what we've talked about today. Because let's face it, guys, knowing this stuff is cool, but if you don't know how to implement it and put it into your own business or into your clients' businesses and can't get it done, what good is it? So here's what you're going to get when you invest in the Email Cash Machine today. The first thing you're going to get is a 1-year pro-level account to Autoresponder Analytics for free. How many of you guys want to use Autoresponder Analytics for an entire year for free? Let me know in the chat box. And the chat box is going nuts. Yes, a lot of people. Okay. I guess looking at the chat box, pretty safe to say everybody wants it. So cool. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Okay, so when you invest in the Email Cash Machine today, you're going to get a 1-year pro-level account to Autoresponder Analytics for free. Now, this is what our pro-level members get. They can have up to 500,000 list size, which should be more than enough, right? You get up to 100 campaigns in your account, which should be more than enough. You get the full buyer demographics that I just showed you. That's not like a separate account. It's all included in your account. And you get much, much more. Like I said, we're constantly developing the app, and we're constantly adding in new features, new data points, and much, much more. So you'll be able to know exactly which emails are making you money, how much money your emails are making you, which emails are good, which emails need to go. You'll know in your Desire campaign how it's doing, your Amplification campaign, you'll know how that's doing. You'll know how people are buying, what your lifetime value is per customer, how much money you're making per customer, where your customers are located so you can hyper-target your ads to them. You're going to know exactly how long it takes them to buy, and you're going to get all the marketing stats you need to grow your business. Now, guys, this is really important. If there's one thing that I have to tell you that's really important that I think you should know about, okay? We do not charge for updates, okay? This is extremely important for you to know, okay? We're not going to charge you for any updates. I mean, don't you hate it when you get some kind of software and then they turn around and they tell you that you need to pay more to update it? Let me know in the chat box. Give me a yes in the chat box. I mean, this just happened to me like 2 weeks ago. I bought this software, and then I get an email about some cool new feature that they had, and I'm thinking like, oh, cool, So, I go log into the software and I go use it, and then a pop-up appears saying, please upgrade now to access this feature. And I'm like, oh, I already bought it. So guys, write this down. When you get the Email Cash Machine today, when you're one of the first 50 people, which I'll talk about in a second, you will get every feature 100% grandfathered in without ever spending a single penny to upgrade. So write that down. No upgrade fees. Okay? That's really important that I let you know this. Okay? Now, there will be major upgrades to this software. Like I said, we're constantly updating and upgrading the software. And that happens because this is my own personal software. okay? And I have a team of developers working on the software full time. It's not some like, jabroni, over in some third world country and, working on this part-time, like 1 hour a month. I have a full-time team working on the software nonstop. That's all they do, okay? And we're constantly upgrading the software. But like I said, you are not going to pay another penny to get upgrades on the software. Now, some of you guys are saying, okay, Dave, that's cool, but what if I already have an autoresponder analytics account? I just, signed up to autoresponder analytics. What do I do? Okay. And if you have autoresponderanalytics.com right now, if you already have an account, don't worry. We're going to upgrade what we're going to do is once you invest in the email cash machine today, we're going to upgrade your existing account to the pro level, and then we're going to push out your billing for an entire year. And for a full year, you'll be able to use autoresponder analytics for free with no monthly billing. Is that cool? Now, some of you guys are saying, well, that's cool, Dave, but what happens after a year? After a year, do you bill me? And so what I have to tell you about that is simple. After a year, you'll have a chance to decide what you want to do. I don't know where your business is going to be at in a year from now, so I don't want you to make that decision right now. But in a year from now, we'll send you an email saying, hey, based on the usage that you're at right now, we recommend you stay on this particular plan. And then you can decide where you want it to be. We've got plans as low as $50 a month that go up from there. And so you just decide in a year from now what makes most sense for you, okay? But don't make that decision today. Make that in a year from now. Cool? So guys, what you're going to get is with the email cash machine, you're going to get a 1-year pro level account to autoresponder analytics. That's a $2,364 value. Okay. The next thing you're going to get is the list convert masterclass. Okay. Because look, guys, having the tool is one thing, but I want to make sure you know how to use it. So I'm giving you access to our new training called the list convert masterclass. Now, inside of the masterclass, we're going to cover all of the different follow-up campaigns. First of all, these are all tested campaigns that I literally are the exact campaigns that I personally use in my business. And they're the exact campaigns that I build and deploy for private clients. And you're not just getting the campaigns, you're actually getting me that's actually going to walk you through each of them email by email. I'm going to explain the psychology behind each email, how they're written, and why they're sequenced in the order they are. So the first campaign that I want to show you is the Desire campaign. And this is the campaign that I send all new traffic to. You can use it as a front-end campaign to turn your new leads into customers. You can also use it as a next step campaign for prospects who just completed a different campaign and need a new offer. So this campaign comes complete with indoctrination sequences, engagement sequences, value sequences, flash sale sequences, and much more. So this is the campaign that I've used for over a decade to turn 20% of my subscribers into customers using low-key, no-pressure, hype-free promotions. Okay, guys, next, let's talk about the Intensification Campaign. This campaign is my secret weapon. It's probably the most powerful and stealth campaign I've ever created. This is the first thing that sets this apart is the way that it's deployed. See, this campaign is only shown to your hottest prospects. So what this campaign does is it first identifies people who are on the fence, meaning they've seen your videos, they've read your articles, they've attended your webinars, but whatever it may be, but they still haven't bought. And what it does is it then sends them a specific sequence of emails designed to get them to buy. The cool thing about this campaign is that you can stack it onto another campaign to make it work even better. Next, you're getting the Amplification Campaign. And what's unique about this campaign is the psychology behind it. You see, this is the campaign that you send to someone who's just purchased from you. And it actually contains 4 parts. In the first part, we welcome and delight our new customers by giving them more value and giving them a positive buying experience. From there, we focus on getting them to consume the product they've just purchased. And then from there, we ascend them into higher end products and services. Now, this is the structure that I've used to consistently double the customer value on every buyer using, again, low key, no pressure, hype free promotions. And finally, you're getting something I call the 5-day sales surge campaign. Now, guys, I wish I could say I came up with this, but I didn't. I actually stole this idea from my mentor and former client, Frank, and then I put my own twist on it. It's a very simple strategy that's produced several $1,000s in extra sales for me per day every single time that I've used it. And honestly, I believe you can use it to get amazing results for your own business. I believe you can deploy this campaign immediately and use it to instantly pay for more than enough that you pay for everything on this particular program. Okay. In other words, by giving you this 5-day sales surge campaign and technique, I'm basically paying you to put the email cash machine to work for you. And it's really brain dead simple. I give you the email templates with exactly what to say that converts your subscribers into buyers. So if you can cut and paste, you can use this campaign right now. And if you started using this today, I bet you'd see an amazing surge of sales and cash over the next 5 days. So guys, this works whether you do information products, whether you do Shopify and e-commerce, whether you're selling high ticket coaching or service, whether you're doing supplements, where you have some kind of like actual service that you do for people, whether you're doing consulting, whether you have a real business, like a brick and mortar business. Basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is this works for every single kind of business. Okay. Now, some of you guys are saying, well, Dave, I don't have a list yet. I don't have a funnel yet. I don't have a product yet. I don't have anything to sell. I'm just a beginner. What should I do? Well, first off, don't worry. And second, don't let that be an excuse that holds you back from success any longer. If you don't have a product yet, I've got something really, really cool for you. I've created a module for you in the program called Down and Dirty Product Creation Secrets. And it shows you my entire process, step by step, on how to produce a suite of products fast with minimal amount of work. And guys, I've never shared this process with anyone before. This is the process we use in my business to pump out products fast. And this is what we use to crank out an entire funnel's worth of products without writing a single paragraph. Okay, because I, believe it or not, actually not too fond of writing info products or whatnot. So if you don't have a product yet, that's no longer an excuse for you, because I will show you exactly how to have a product and an entire suite of them, including upsells, that are all done for you super quickly with the least amount of work and least amount of writing possible. You just have to get the list convert course, get the email cash machine package, go through the training and implement it. And if you do it, you're going to have a product, and actually a suite of product, including upsells, that's going to help you get where you need to be pretty quick. Now, second, if you don't have a list yet, I've got another new module for you that shows you how to find other people with email lists and how you can license these campaigns to them as a service. In particular, like the 5-day sales surge campaign. You license it to them, you run it for them, and then you get paid a percentage of the profits. So you can literally offer this as a service and get paid handsomely. So that'll help you if you don't have a list yet. So guys, not having a product, not having a list yet is not an excuse anymore, because you will now have a blueprint for creating your own products, and you'll have the blueprint to go out and offer this as a service to others. Isn't that awesome, guys? Let me know. Give me a yes in the chat box. So guys, here's a recap of what you're going to get in the email cash machine. You're getting the 1-year pro level account to autoresponder analytics, a $2,364 value. You're getting the list convert masterclass, a $4,997 value. That's a total value of $7,361. So guys, what else do you need? You've got the email analytics software, right? And you've got the email training. What else do you guys need to be successful? How about high converting opt-in page templates? You need a way to collect as many leads as possible, right? So I'm giving you my 3 of my highest converting opt-in page templates. These are pages that I've never shared in public before and are pages that I'm using right now in my niche businesses. You just take them, you customize them for your offer and your niche, and instantly you'll be converting more of your traffic into opt-ins. Pretty awesome, right? The first thing you're going to get is my quiz opt-in page. Now, I actually modeled this from some 7-figure CPA affiliates that I kept seeing, and I tweaked it a bit. Now, this page works like crazy by pre-framing your visitors into giving you their email address and wanting to find out what you're selling. Next, I'm giving you my very famous warning opt-in page, which works by using the power of consistency and commitment to get ultra high opt-in rates. Guys, don't let the simplicity of this page fool you. It works like crazy. And finally, I'm giving you my newest opt-in page, which I call the advertorial opt-in page. And this page is responsible for nearly doubling my money on Facebook ads right now. This is the first time I'm actually showing this to anyone in public, and you actually will not find this strategy or page anywhere. In fact, I've spent 6 figures in traffic split testing these pages, and I've never shown any of them to the public before. So I guess what I'm trying to say to you is, this isn't stuff that just looks good and doesn't work. This is stuff that's actually working right now, and it's working outside of the internet marketing niche, okay? Imagine how many more leads you're gonna be getting just from using these higher converting opt-in pages without doing anything else, just by getting more leads. And imagine what that can do for your revenue. So if we recap, you're gonna get Autoresponder Analytics, a 1-year pro level account, $2,364 value. You're getting the List Convert Masterclass, a $4,997 value. You're also getting my top converting opt-in page templates, a $1,997 value. That's a total value of $9,358. So guys, what else do you need? I mean, you've got the email analytics software and you've got the email training. Now you've got the high converting opt-in page templates collecting more leads for you. What else do you guys need? Well, your emails have to actually get into the inbox, right? So I want to make sure that you're set up for success. So I'm also giving you a brand new training called Get Your Emails in the Inbox. You see, I created a testing strategy to make sure my emails reach the inbox, which means that I have an advantage over everyone else sending emails that's not using this strategy that I'm using. As you saw, my emails get open, and that leads to more cash in my pocket. You see, I never send an email unless I know it's going to reach the primary inbox and not go into the spam box or the dreaded promo tab. And because my open rates are so high, my revenue, as you can imagine, is amazing too. And I mean, think about it. Imagine how much more money you can earn when your emails are actually hitting the primary inbox while your competition's emails are stuck in the promo tab or the spam folders. Remember the formula: more emails with more opens equals more clicks equals more profits. So let's recap, guys. You're getting a 1-year pro level account to Autoresponder Analytics, a $2,364 value. The List Convert Masterclass, a $4,997 value. You're getting my top converting opt-in page templates, a $1,997 value. You're also getting my Get Your Emails into the Inbox Now training, a $497 value. That's a total value of $9,855. Okay, guys. Now you've got the email analytics software, you've got the email training, you've got the high converting opt-in pages, giving you more leads, and you've also got the email training to get your emails into the inbox. What else do you need to be successful? How about emails? So for years, people have been asking me, Dave, I've got my email list. I'm starting to build my list, but what about the emails? I don't know what to send them. And so I want to make sure you guys have everything you need to be successful. And when you start building up your list, it's important that you email them often and email them correctly. And so that's why I'm giving you access to my black book of 4,000 emails. Guys, this swipe file is huge. It contains 4,000 emails. And I think it's pretty safe to say that you're never going to run out of emails to write. And you'll see here, there's 5 specific styles of emails that I use, and that you're getting 4,000 of these particular emails, okay? And so the last thing I'm going to give you to help is all of my email campaigns, okay? Because it's important for you to see what successful email campaigns look like and how they're structured. And that's why for the first time ever, I'm just going to give you all of my email campaigns, okay? You're going to get all of my email campaigns and all of my niches, all of my desire campaigns, all of my amplification campaigns, my intensification campaigns, my sale campaigns. You're literally getting everything, okay? These email campaigns took me 10 years to put together, to tweak and to test, and you're getting them all right at your fingertips. Guys, I was actually on a webinar the other day, and the guy was offering just this, just his emails for $2,000. But I'm going to give you this today as part of the email cash machine package. And so after you have this, you'll be able to create emails in any funnel, in any niche, almost instantly. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of what you're going to get. A 1-year pro level account to autoresponder analytics, a $2,364 value. The list convert masterclass, a $4,997 value. My top converting opt-in page templates, a $1,997 value. Get your emails into the inbox now, a $497 value. My black book of 4,000 emails, a $997 value. And my 7-figure plug and profit email campaigns, a $997 value. That's a total value of $11,849. Now, guys, obviously, I'm not going to charge you $11,849. But I want to ask you, if I did charge that much, and if all this training system and software did was get you making more money with your emails by sending simple emails to your list, would it be worth it? Yeah, it would. If all this did was help you get into the inbox so you reach more of the people that need to hear your message the most, would it be worth the $11,000? Yeah, the answer, of course, is yes. Now, if all this training and software did was give you the ability to finally know how much money your emails and campaigns are making you, so that you can scale up and make even more money from the emails that you send, would it be worth it? Yeah, definitely it would be. Now, when I was pricing this, I had 2 choices to decide between. Option A was to go as cheap as possible, what I call the El Cheapo option, to try to sell as many of these as possible. But the problem with that is that it doesn't really incentivize me to stack on the value for you, which is the key. So I decided on the second option, option B, which requires a little bit higher of an investment on your side. But the cool thing about that is that in exchange for that, I can devote more resources to help guarantee your success. Is that cool? And so the question for you is, and seriously, guys, I want to know, what do you think one email campaign is worth to you? How much money do you think you'd make if you had one successful email campaign? Would it be worth $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, more? How much would you pay to get the perfect email campaign? Guys, now you see here this whole funnel map, this email campaign, all 3 parts, the one that I showed you earlier. When you add everything up, it cost me $22,500 to set up. So I'm curious, how many of you guys would pay me $22,000 if I just gave you these email campaigns? Just out of curiosity, let me know in the chat box. Some people said no. Some people said maybe. You see, we got a lot of mixed answers, right? We have some no's, some yeses, some more no's. Well, for example, Herbert says no, and I totally understand. But Herbert, let's give this some context and perspective, okay? This email campaign has been making me $12,562 per month for the last 10 years. If you do the math on that, that's $412.99 per day, or $150,744 a year, or $1.52 million. Set it and forget it. So let me ask you guys this question again. How many of you guys would give me $22,000 if I gave you an email campaign that was making you $150,744 a year for the last 10 years? That kind of changes the context and perspective a bit, doesn't it? Because it's not a cost, is it? It's an investment. And see, that's the key here. You're not spending money. You're investing it strategically to help you make more money. And so you can see why people are paying me $25,000 plus 10% of the profits to set up email campaigns for them, right? And you can see why people do that, right? Because it's not a cost. It's an investment, because they know they're going to make a lot more money than they're paying out. And that's the real key that I want you to understand. And so you can see why this is a good deal at $4,000. In the very near future, we're going to be opening this up to the general public for $19.97. And because you're special, and because, look, most people are content with their online business, and they're not going to sit through a webinar for almost 2 hours. Most people only dream about making more money with their online business, but they never make it happen. And so, guys, so the fact that you are still here with me, watching this webinar almost 2 hours later, really tells me that you are not like most people. It tells me that you are actually serious about acquiring this knowledge and tool, and that you have a real desire to use it to change your business and to change your life. And so I want to do something really special for you, because I know what this will do for your business and for your life. And I need you to trust me and take action, because I know this will change your business and your life. And so because of that, and because you're special, I decided to hook you up and give you the whole thing for just one payment of $9.97 today. But Simon's a really good friend of mine and asked me to hook you guys up with a really special deal. So right now, today only, while this webinar is still going, you can get access to everything, the entire program, for not $9.97. I'm going to knock half of that off for you. Okay? You can get started today, right now, for only $497. Everything you're getting for just one payment of $497. Okay? And guys, like the old saying goes, it only takes one campaign to change your life forever. And I'm not just giving you one, I'm giving you the blueprints to create as many as you want. And I'm giving you the software that tracks everything for you. Okay? My goal is for you to take this training, take these emails, take this software, and use it to make much more money than you just invested. Way more than the $497. Okay? Making the cost completely irrelevant. Okay? So guys, I want to put this into perspective for you. Okay? If you were to go to autoresponderanalytics.com right now, the software that you're getting for free is normally $2,364. Okay? As you can see here, it's $197 a month. Okay? And you get it for free for an entire year. That's why there's no payment plan, because literally the thing you're getting for free is $200 a month. And people are paying that right now, but you get it for free for an entire year when you invest in the email cash machine. So here's what you need to do next, guys. You'll see in yellow, I want you to go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon and get started now. Open up a new browser window, open up a new tab, go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon to join. And when you do that, a fully secured checkout page will open in a new window. So fill it out while you can. Guys, right now, you've got two choices. First option is do nothing. Not take this leap of faith, which, as you know, is 100% risk-free. You can do that. You can leave today. You've gotten some good ideas, and you can just walk away trying this out for yourself, hoping and praying that what you're doing is going to work. And if that's what you're planning, I wish you all the best. But before you take that route, I have to warn you of something that I learned at a very young age. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Your second option is you can pony up this tiny investment compared to all the value you're getting in return, and just give this a shot. Let me take you by the hand and let me guide you step by step through this whole thing and put you on the fast track to massive success. Just try it out and see if this works for you. In fact, I have this philosophy. I believe if I can't make you money, then I don't deserve yours. Do you guys agree with that? Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so a lot of you guys agree with that. So because of that, we put in a really cool 30-day money-back guarantee, where basically you can go to sign up today, go through the training system, go through all the emails, go through the software, use the templates, set it all up, really go in there and get dirty. Go in there and test it out. And at the end of 30 days, that's when you have a chance to make your decision. So in 30 days, if you don't like it for any reason, and I don't care if it's 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now, Just let me know and we'll give you your money back. But don't worry about it now. The only thing you need to decide today is, am I going to get started? And if the answer is yes, then go get started. And in a month from now, decide, was it worth it? And if not, just let us know. But if it is, and it will be, then I promise you guys that you're going to love it. And so the real question is it worth investing just a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which, even if it does half of what I've claimed on today's training, it's going to pay for itself the moment you start using this emails. Are you guys getting this? But the bigger question you really need to ask yourself is, are you worth the investment? So guys, let's do a quick recap. The email cash machine, you're going to get a 1-year pro level account to autoresponder analytics, a $2,364 value. You're getting the list convert masterclass, a $4,997 value. You're getting my top converting opt-in page templates, a $1,997 value. You're getting the get your emails to the inbox now training, a $497 value. You're also getting my black book of 4,000 emails, a $997 value. You're getting my 7-figure plug and profit email campaigns, a $997 value. That's a total value of $11,400 or $849. Guys, go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon and get started now. Okay. And when you join today, before the deadline expires, I'm going to give you a massive 50% discount, reducing the price from $997 to just $497. Like I said, you also get a 30-day money-back guarantee so that you can use the entire program and use the software without any risk whatsoever. And I've got one last special bonus for you guys, but I cannot do this for everyone, okay? We have a few hundred people who are on with us live right now, and if I did this for everyone, my development team will actually kill me. Okay, so guys, if you know you want autoresponder analytics, if you're listening, if you're watching this right now, if you know you want the list convert training, if you want the email templates, you've got a really short window now. The first 50 people, I'm going to give you such a crazy awesome bonus. You're not even going to believe that I'm doing this. Okay, so for the first 50 people, it's called the Ultimate VIP Upgrade. So I'm going to walk you through what this is here in just a second, but I want you guys to be prepared, because the second I show this, when the 50 spots are gone, they are gone. So you've got to act fast the second I show you guys this. So the first thing you're going to get is an email domination strategy session with me, where I personally review your email sales process or your plans for a future offer. So first, we're going to determine what your sales goals are, what you're selling, what you want your lifetime revenue per customer to be. And then we're going to focus on 3 areas to increase your profits. We're going to show you how to sell more to your existing customers using an Ascension campaign. I'm going to show you how to increase the amount of money that you net in each transaction by adding something I call email maximizers. And then third, we're going to show you how to increase the amount of new customers you're getting with specific email campaigns. Next, you're going to get concierge access to my tech team to set up the email analytics software for you. Even though it's brain dead simple to set up and use, I wanted to make sure you didn't have anything to worry about or any tech hassles or anything like that. So I'm actually giving you access to my tech team to set it all up for you. Pretty cool, right? But wait, there's more. And so what our pro level members get, like we showed you before, is up to 500,000 list size. You get up to 100 campaigns. You get buyer demographics and much, much more. But for people who are serious about their business, what I'm going to do for the next 50 people, you're going to get this. I'm going to double your list size. You're going to get up to 1 million people in your list that you can bring in, and we're not going to charge you a penny more. We're also going to double the number of campaigns that you can have in your account. So you can have up to 200 in your account. And so you can see why, obviously, I can't do this for everyone. You're also going to get my team's priority support. So don't worry, my team has your back. So guys, if you know you want to double the list size, if you want to double the campaigns, which I know you all want free stuff, and I know you all need that, then it's time to stop waiting. It's time to stop listening to me. I know I've got a great voice. It's mesmerizing. It's sexy, whatever you want to call it. Okay, guys, it's time to stop listening to me. What you need to do right now is open up another browser window or tab and go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon and get the email cash machine package right now before the timer runs out. Okay? Remember, the ultimate VIP upgrade, you get the email domination strategy session with me. That's not a cleverly disguised sales call. We're actually going to focus on exactly what I told you. I've got nothing else to sell you, so it's pure content. You're going to get concierge access to my tech team. They're set up the software for you. You're also getting a double-sized autoresponder analytics account. Guys, that's over $3,997 in value, extra value, and all that is yours for free on top of everything else that you're getting if you're one of the first 50. Now, guys, I've got some bad news, unfortunately. Because the software platform is new, my engineers and I decided that we're only going to take a small amount of users into autoresponder analytics at any one particular time. And so I only have a total of 100 licenses available today. So, guys, now is the time to jump on this. If you're on the fence or if you're thinking, like, what am I going to do? Now is the time to jump on this, okay? I'm not trying to pressure you or anything like that, but you only have a small window of opportunity to get this right now before the 100 spots are all gone. So if you want this, you need to act fast. Open up another browser window or tab, go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon and get started, get your account set up before the timer runs out, okay? So if you want this, you need to act fast. Go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon. When you go there, you're going to see a page that looks like this. It's going to ask you for your email address and to create a password. Then you're going to click Create My Account Now. Then it's going to take you here, and you're going to go to the sales page, and you'll see here it says $997 because you're getting a special hookup. Yours is going to show $497, okay? And then we're going to upgrade your autoresponder analytics account to the pro level and push out your billing for an entire year. Guys, now is the time to make your decision. I'm already seeing all the orders on my other monitor coming in, and I can tell that you guys are really serious and you're ready to rumble. So if you've been on the fence, if you were thinking like, what am I going to do? Now is the time to get started. Open another browser window. Go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon before the timer runs out. Guys, now is the time to make your decision. Now is the time to get started. Okay, so let's do a quick recap here. Again, with the email cash machine, you're going to get a 1-year pro level account to autoresponder analytics, a $2,364 value. You're getting my list convert masterclass, a $4,997 value. You're getting my top converting opt-in page templates, a $1,997 value. You're getting my Get Your Emails into the Inbox Now course, a $497 value. My black book of emails, a $997 value, and also my 7-figure plug-in profit email campaigns, a $997 value. This is a total value of $11,849. But you guys get this entire package, the training, the templates, the software, and so much more for just one single payment of $497 today. But now is the time, you guys. Open up another browser window and go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon and get started right now before the timer runs out. Now, as you're going through this process, every so often there's a hiccup. There's someone's credit card might fail, or some issues come up. If something doesn't work out for you, or if you have any issues today or in the future, all you've got to do is, you see the email address at the bottom, support@autoresponderaanalytics.com. Just shoot us an email. We've got an awesome support team who's here to help you. If you have any questions or issues here today, or anything at all that I might not be able to answer or may not have a chance to answer today, just email them to us and we'll make sure you get all set up. Again, if you're stuck for any reason whatsoever, just let us know. I mean, I've been in business now for over 12 years and I'm not going anywhere. We're here to support you, to help you, and to serve you, and our support team is here for you. But now is the time for you guys to go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon and get started before the timer runs out. So as you can see, there's literally no way that you can lose here. But all you need to do at this point is go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon before the timer runs out. fill out the registration form, and you'll get instant access to the program and the software. And if you change your mind at any point, you'll have my guarantee to back you up. I mean, I'm so excited for you guys. I'm looking at my other monitor, and I'm seeing a lot of orders coming in. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box and let me know. So at this point, guys, you've watched the entire presentation. So what I'm going to do now is we've got some questions coming in, actually lots of them. So I'm going to try to answer all these questions as quick as I can. However, if I don't get to yours, I apologize. Just email support@autoresponderanalytics.com and they'll help you as well. But guys, don't let your questions keep you from getting one of these 50 spots. As of right now, as I'm looking, it looks like we still have some spots open, but they're going fast. Go get your account now. Get signed up right now and let us know your question. We're here for you, but we don't want you to miss getting a double-sized account. I don't want you to miss your email domination session with me and concierge access with our tech team for them to do all the hard work setting it up for you. Okay? So I don't want you to miss that. So it's super easy setup. So Chantel says, can we get help set up? Yeah, our team will help integrate the autoresponder analytics software for you if you were one of the first 50. So let's see here. I'm going to post some other questions here. Okay, so let's see. Great question here. What happens after the first year? After the first year, our system, we're going to send you an email, and we're going to say, okay, based on your account usage, it looks like you're at this level, and you might have to downgrade your account. So you might have to upgrade your account or keep it at the same level. Whatever you decide that you want to do, we're going to give you the option, and you'll just do whatever's best for your account. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so next question I have here is, can the templates, the opt-in templates, be used with paid Google search and Facebook? Okay, so you're asking about dating offers with Facebook. Facebook hates dating offers, just so you know. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So I would be very leery about doing anything dating with Facebook, unfortunately. Okay, so the opt-in templates, you can definitely use them for Facebook, but I just wouldn't use them with dating. Okay, so I use them. I use these three template pages for my niche businesses, and they work extremely well. Okay, and so let's see if we have any more questions here. What email providers does this work with? Okay, we're constantly adding more integrations. The software will work with every ESP that you use, whether it's self-hosted or non, like Aweber, GetResponse, iContact, Constant Contact, MailChimp, Active Campaign. We're always adding more, and so it's nonstop. Okay, and it'll work with any ESP, so that won't be any problem for you. Okay. Okay, Amber, thanks for the heads up on that. I'm gonna let our tech guys know that you got it set up. Okay. So Dave says, for people like me who have no lists, how can we get a solid ROI when you have no one to email? Well, Dave, remember there's a module that we have that it's actually a new one. We're actually finishing up right now, and it's going to show you how to find people who already do have lists and maybe just neglect their lists. There's so many people that have a list that don't do anything with it. You'd be surprised. So you can literally go in with like the 5-day sales surge campaign and just go in, and I've got another series of about 9 other emails that I can give you, and with the training, and then you'll just go in and you'll find people who have lists, and you'll offer to run these campaigns. Tell them you have proprietary campaigns. You run it for them, and you'll do it for a percentage of the profits. And so you literally can start up an agency running email campaigns for people, and it's really cool. Okay, so that's really important. And guys, if you're one of the 50, we're going to let you know over the next probably 7 to 10 days if you're one of the 50, and then we'll set up the calendar. I've got to clear some time in the schedule to do these strategy sessions, because obviously I'm doing them myself, you know, it's not some, you know, some assistant or, you know, random person. It's actually me doing the stuff. Guys, it's very important that you understand everything is located inside of the software. If you log into the autoresponder analytics software, on the bottom, on the left-hand sidebar, you'll see it says, you know, like email evolution training or list convert training. Everything is based in there. Okay, so that's really there. So then another question is, do you have a payment plan? Unfortunately, we don't, because the software that you're getting for free, especially for $497, is people are paying $200 a month for. Okay, so you're literally getting it for free for an entire year, and people are paying that in like two and a half months. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay. And so Dan's asking, how do we get the funnel map? We're actually going to email everybody. We're going to export a list, and then we're going to I'll have Simon email everybody. And so Dave's asking the 5-day sales surge campaign. It's literally like a template for selling anything. I think you can probably use it to sell anything, whether it's e-commerce products, physical products, software products, affiliate products, your own products. I mostly use it for my own products. You know, so yeah, so I think that's what you want to do with that. Okay, so next question I see here: can customers be tracked at an add to cart but not purchase level? As of now, no. And the reason why is, personally, I could care less about add to cart. I just care about money. Like, you know, you can't cash add to carts. You can't go to the bank and deposit your add to carts, you know, so you can deposit money, you know, so this is all about how you can get money with your, from your list, right? Okay, so I'm in, I can't see email evolution. That's the course, and that's on the left-hand side. Another question I see here is, if I buy, are there any upsells? And I know you guys are going to be really sad to hear this, but I actually don't have any upsells. You know, I actually don't have any upsells to use. So, you know, when you buy this, I'm giving you everything that you need. I mean, I know I'm probably like a really bad marketer for not giving you any upsells, but yeah, that's you know, that's it. Okay, so guys, I'm seeing still a lot of people here on the line. Now is the time to get started. Okay, go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon and get your account before the timer runs out. Okay, I know I've got a great voice. I know I know we're talking about a lot of cool stuff, but you know, if you have questions, anything that you're unclear about that's stopping you, let me know. Okay, and keep that in mind. Let me know. Post it in the chat box, and we'll make sure that we, you know, you get answered. But don't let that stop you. Okay, if you're listening to this right now, if you're watching this on the screen right now, go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon and get started. Okay, get started. Remember, I've got your back. You've got 30 days. We care about you guys. Your success is our success, and you have to understand that. We're here for you in the short term, and we're here for you in the long term. So I'm looking at my other monitor here. Johnny is in the 50. Samantha is. Tom is too. Rosalind is in the 50. Anita, Jeremy, Ivan, James, Sebastian, Emma. Oh, I see a lot of you guys. Congratulations, guys. Super, super cool. Let's see here. I'm seeing any more questions, guys. We still have some time. Okay. If you haven't gone to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon, go do it now. Okay. If you still have a question, if there's anything unclear, please post it in the chat box. Post it in the comment box. Let me know. Okay, guys. I know you guys have had an awesome time. I hope so, at least. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the call for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Okay. I hope you guys have gotten a lot of ideas. You know, even if you haven't been able to get started for some reason, I hope you can, because I promise you guys, all the value that we've gotten here from this training is just the tip of the iceberg with what I can teach you. Okay. I hope you guys get a chance to go through the Email Cash Machine training and the Email Cash Machine, the software, the templates. I hope you get a chance to go through that. And guys, we're constantly making the course better thanks to your feedback. So if there's something that you're not seeing in there, let me know, and we're going to keep adding it and making it even better so that it fits exactly what you need. And like I said, remember, with the software, you're never paying a penny for any additional upgrades. We're constantly innovating. We're constantly adding more to the software. Okay, so start using it. This tool will change your business. These emails, this strategy will literally change your business, just like it changed my business. And yeah, so okay, let's see here. Suzanne asks, what was the cost of your first product that you sold? I believe I sold it for like $97. It was like a DVD, and we just sold it for $97, and in the beginning, and that was really cool. Obviously, there was like a shipping charge with it, but I had no idea how to put it online, so I actually burned it on a CD. So, guys, to recap again, I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit here after 2.5 hours. I hope you guys can still hear me. Like I said, when you get started today, you'll get a 1-year pro level account to autoresponder analytics. That's a $2,364 value. You're getting my list convert masterclass, a $4,997 value. You're getting my top converting opt-in page templates, a $1,997 value. You're getting my get your emails into the inbox now training, a $497 value. You're getting my black book of emails. That's a $997 value. You're also getting my 7-figure plug-in profit email campaigns, a $997 value. That's a total value of $11,849. You get all of this and so much more, which you'll see after you show a small leap of faith and get started today for just one payment of $497 with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can use it for 30 days, go through all the training, go through all the email templates, the website, the opt-in page templates, have fun with it, go through the software, and in 30 days, decide if it's for you or not. If you have any questions now or in the future, we're here for you. Like I said, I've been in business for over 12 years. I'm not going anywhere. Our team is here for you, and we're here for you. So for all of you guys who stayed until the end, after the webinar, we'll export a list of everyone who stayed, and we'll be sending you guys a direct link to that funnel map so that you can download it. It's super cool, and I think you're going to love it. And I hope you guys learned a lot today. Okay, if you had a good time, let me know. Feel free to let me know in the chat box if you got a lot of value out of the training today, and if you learned something. Okay, I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you guys have more belief in yourself that this is possible, that you actually can make money just by sending like one little simple email a day to your list. People like you, people like me can do it, right? We're not smarter than anybody else. All we're doing is we're using a specific strategy, and then we're making decisions based on the numbers. The numbers are telling us what we got to do. And so I just look at my numbers and I make decisions based on that. And we have a tool, Autoresponder Analytics, that lets us do it. And it makes it so easy to do. Okay, so guys, we have a few more minutes left. Here. Any questions? Okay, let me know. We've got a couple minutes left, guys, to recap again, to get started. We've got a couple spots left, just a couple, but we just got a couple more come in. So now is the time to go, guys. Now is the time to go. Go to emailcashmachine.com/Simon. Get your account set up now. Don't wait till the last second. Okay, it's gonna suck if you're number 51 and you missed out on the fast action bonuses. Okay, you guys get a full autoresponder analytics account for free. You get the list convert masterclass, my best opt-in pages, the 4,000 email swipe file, all my email campaigns. You get it all for just one payment of $497. You get it all. One payment and all this stuff is yours. Okay, so I'm going to leave this chat box open for just a couple minutes longer, see if you guys have any questions. And but now is the time to go, guys. I mean, you cannot delay any longer. Open up a new browser window or tab, go to the emailcashmachine.com/Simon. And I promise you, this will change your business and change your life. You've got to take the first leap of faith. I've made sure this is a completely safe decision for you to make without any risk whatsoever. Again, my name is Dave Miz. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today on the webinar. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. For those of you that got started, I look forward to working with you and helping you with your online business. And I'll talk to you guys soon.